The Tampa skyline in the background. And after the national anthem has already been played here, they're now singing God Bless America. And for the University of Florida, they are kicking off their football season against a team that played last Monday night and knocked off the preseason favorite to be #1, Auburn. That's our game tonight, Florida and Miami. And good evening, everyone. I'm Jim Simpson. May I get personal for just a moment? This coming Friday, we will have been on the air, ESPN, 5 years. And this day, just days before our 5th anniversary, is our greatest day ever. I hope you saw the BYU comeback, the victory over Pittsburgh earlier this afternoon, live here on ESPN. And now tonight, as our finale for this day, but the beginning of our season of football, we've got Miami, the defending champions, and Florida. And Paul McGuire is standing here with all of the things about Charlie Pell resigning and Miami bumping off Auburn. There's still yet another factor about this game.
Yeah, there's a young man by the name of Kerwin Bell, who is a freshman who has never played in a college football game, and he's going to start for the University of Florida, and that's exciting.
And he did not know he was going to start until midweek.
That's right. All of a sudden, the #1 quarterback goes down, and here comes Kerwin Bell, and he said, why me? But he loves it, and he's ready for the challenge.
That's the smaller item, big for Kerwin Bell, but the smaller item, because there's so many ramifications. The resignation of Charlie Pell, the bumping off of Auburn by Miami last Monday night. We've got a lot of things to discuss, and we will as our game is about to begin.
Come on, I'll race you back.
You gotta be kidding.
For Michelob Light?
Catch you later.
Michelob Light for the winner.
Would a couple of guys really go at it like this for a beer? Well, it is Michelob Light, the rich, smooth taste you can compare to any beer you like.
Michelob Light for the winner.
Too bad you missed that night back then.
Yeah, but I made this one.
Michelob Light. You work hard.
Working hard against the clock could mean perspiration odor.
You work hard. Be right guard.
Gillette's Right Guard stick is so potent, one application destroys odor-causing bacteria on contact and for up to 24 hours.
Some days just go on and on, then you know the pressure's on. You work hard. You need right guard. You work hard. You need right guard.
All kinds of pressures tonight, including on Coach Charlie Pell. But what about Kerwin Bell, the quarterback of whom Paul spoke? He didn't expect to start tonight. So we talked to Charlie Pell about Kerwin Bell and said, Charlie, Coach, is all the pressure on Kerwin Bell in tonight's game?
Well, one might think that Kerwin Bell might be having all the pressure, but I think the football team itself has assumed all that pressure this week. Our offensive line, our tailbacks, our wide receivers, and our kicking game. Defensively, our secondary, they're young too. You know, they're not as they're just many of the same age as Kerwin, so they have to share the pressure or the challenge, if it may be that way, with the defensive front seven. So I think it's been a sharing week where our football team, and Kerwin Bell is a rookie. He is inexperienced, but he's an outstanding quarterback prospect, as is Rodney Brewer, his backup, and Brian Massengill, our #3 quarterback.
Remember, if you will, that Florida has knocked off Miami the last 2 times it played, the only team to beat them last year. But what about Charlie Pell? Last Tuesday, he submitted a letter of resignation as head football coach under NCAA investigation. We asked Charlie Pell about that statement of resignation.
Well, it's very important that the statement that I made to our president a week ago is that I think, you know, it's time for me to assume the responsibility for all actions of past and former staff members, for the best of our football program, for the players themselves, and for their future, and for our university. I assume that responsibility, and I'm not proud of anything, but I think it's the right thing to do, and my mom and dad on Sand Mountain in Alabama raised me to do it that way.
I don't know, and there may be precedent for this, a retiring coach, but I don't know of a coach that has resigned under pressure and has stayed around for a game or 2 or maybe the entire season. Paul McGuire, what do you think the effect will be on the Gators of the University of Florida?
Well, I understand their situation. And I'll tell you one thing, the players have come here to play. They remember a year ago, they beat Miami, the national championship team. I don't think that the effect of the coach resigning is going to affect his football team, because once the ball is kicked off, they have one thing in mind. Jim, and that's to win.
On the other side of the line of scrimmage or the field, it's entirely different. Jimmy Johnson took over for Howard Schnellenberger, and last week he knocked off Auburn, but he's only had 5 days of rest.
Well, without question, it's been a difficult week. We have had to cram in a lot of work in just a short period of time. We've only had 2 days of practice to get ready for Florida, and they've got a great football team. And you know, the number one thing is I told our team we've got to forget about Auburn. We've got to get ready for Florida, and I think they're ready to play. It's just a matter of whether or not mentally, you know, they're prepared.
It is a game of players, and we'll be talking. Already knocked off Auburn. We'll be back in a moment with the players' comments.
There's no substitute for experience and hard work. That's why Bev Phillips has been your effective county commissioner for the past 12 years. Bev Phillips has worked for a balanced transportation system to smooth Dade's ride toward the 21st century. She's fought to broaden our economic base and lessen our dependence on tourism. And she has squeezed those tax dollars until the spendthrifts scream. On September 4th, vote to re-elect County Commissioner Bev Phillips.
Paid by Bev Phillips Campaign Fund.
Now I'm going to coach you on the basic fundamentals. The best way to make the team is through performance. These CA high-tech radios by B.F. Goodrich made the Norton Tire team because they're proven performers with a variety of tread patterns for any assignment, no matter how tough the road is. CA high-tech radios really make cars perform. Now remember that, so you'll be ready when the time comes. Hey, they're never too young to learn. Come on, Tiger, let's go play some ball.
Today, I don't know what to expect. It could give him height, or it may make him a flop.
Well, we asked him, did you make any adjustments, especially for this game with Miami?
I don't think we've made that much of adjustment. I think mainly we don't go with what I think still get us the job done this year. It still be the veteran backs that we have, the great backs we have, and the veteran offensive line we have. I think we'll be a little more open offense than what Auburn was. We don't pass the ball some, but just to keep them off balance, I think mainly, though, we'll stay with the running game.
Make no mistake about it, the University of Florida has great running backs, including Mr. Anderson, who runs it in a 4.4, that 40.
Well, Neil Anderson, Jim, he's a beautiful guy. And I asked him about running behind the offensive line and what's going on. And this young man right here said to me, and great diplomat, he said, let's not talk about me. Let's talk about my offensive line and take a look at that offensive line. He said, they are horses, and they can block. And he said, I love to run behind them because they're so big. People can't find me.
Neil Anderson, until just several weeks ago, was in the running for quarterback. He's returned punts, he's returned kickoffs. Tonight, we're going to see him playing strong safety.
Roger Sybil is beautiful. Now, here's a guy, here's another situation down at Florida. Here's a young man that was not on the depth chart, really, second team. Now he's starting.
Well, we asked Roger Sybil about the defensive keys for tonight's game with Miami.
We're kind of nervous about going into the game because we know Coach Zoe's going to throw the ball most of the time, 80% of the time. And the key to us on defense is our defensive line putting pressure on Kozar to take some of the heat off our young defensive backs. But I think we know the routes well enough to break on the ball and make the big plays.
And now we come to the other side of the line of scrimmage for sure. And Bernie Kosar, who made his debut last year in a losing cause, the only time he lost, against Florence.
Well, first of all, let's say Bernie Kosar is from my hometown, Youngstown,
He's from
Ohio.
Boardman. He's not from Youngstown.
Well, that's close. But Bernie Kosar, what a great find he is.
And we asked Bernie how tough is it to get ready in just 5 days for tonight's game.
Well, this will be a difficult task for us. I think one of the big things in college is having that week to prepare for another team, and we're losing two days with the game because of the game on Monday, and it'll be a challenge for us. But I think the adrenaline of this being one of our rivals and them being the last team to beat us is going to be a motivational factor for us.
If Neil Anderson of Florida likes his offensive line, what do you think that Bernie Kosar thinks about Dave Heffernan and that good offensive pass blocking line he's got?
Well, you're looking at a line, and Dave Heffernan is the spokesman for this line, but they are strong, they are solid, and they can do one thing very well, and that's pass block.
Well, they stayed together all spring. They worked out all summer, and we asked Dave Heffernan, did that help this line gel for tonight's game?
Well, it's true. You know, that spring was Coach Pagodas' first year, and it was the first year most of us were starting. So the 5 of us really had to work together. Coach Pagodas put a lot of time in with us, and we worked hard. Winning the national championship, we were a weak link going in. So at the start of this year, everybody returning, we figured we should be the strong point. And we feel we had a good game Monday night, and we feel we got to get better every game. And our goal is not to let anybody get to Bernie and establish a good running game. And the 5 up front, I think, have played pretty well so far, and we're looking for a lot better things throughout the year.
One more name, if you saw the game with Auburn, he used to snap, still does, for punts and field goals, and that's Bruce Fleming now playing inside linebacker.
Bruce had a great comment. Bruce said that here I am sitting in the wings for 2 years waiting for people to graduate. I'm going to accept that challenge. And he did that very well last week, Jim. He said, you know, you have to pay your dues, but when it's time for you to play, you must be able to play, and that he showed he can do.
All right, there's the setup. That's the game. We'll be back in a moment, the kickoff. And it is Miami against the University of Florida from Tampa.
American Express presents Do You Know Me? A look at the lives and careers of famous athletes. This week's American Express sports personality has held 3 different boxing titles and fought 10 different world champions in his 17-year career. He's also the only professional fighter to defeat Sugar Ray Leonard. We'll tell you who he is right after this word from American Express.
Do you know me?
I beat him in the movie Chariots of Fire.
You didn't beat me.
Well, I beat the chap who played you. Mind you, I couldn't beat your gold medals in the 20 and 24 Olympics. Hey, what happened to the check?
The American Express card, that's what happened to it.
You're still pretty fast, aren't you?
To apply for the card, look for an application and take one.
The American Express card.
I know. Don't leave home without it.
Do you know this week's American Express sports personality? He's Roberto Duran, who's won 77 of his 83 fights in his career and reigned as world champion of the lightweight, welterweight, and junior middleweight divisions. He won the lightweight crown in 1972 and successfully defended his title 11 times in 6 years. Duran then became a welterweight and in 1980 stunned previously unbeaten Sugar Ray Leonard to win the world championship. He lost the title back to Leonard, but rebounded by moving up to win the junior middleweight crown in 1983. Despite losing fights to Marvin Hagler and Thomas Hearns, Duran's place in boxing history is secure. Roberto Duran, this week's American Express sports personality.
Even though it's almost 8 o'clock in the evening in Tampa, Florida, the temperature is still 87 degrees. So there's a humid night, 64%. There's a slight wind, will be negligible as far as play is concerned. And all day long we heard chance of rain 20%. We've already had one downpour earlier this week. And speak about raindrops falling on your head. Charlie Pell, he's the man that had to resign last Tuesday under this NCAA investigation, asked the president of the university, I'd like to stay on until the end of the season. No one knows whether that will happen or whether this is his last game or somewhere between now and the end of the season is his last game. He has taken a team that was down at 0-10-1 and brought them to 9-2-1. Jimmy Johnson, on the other hand, had 5 good years at Oklahoma State. His team beat Baylor in the Bluebonnet Bowl last year, and no one expected his team to do what it did last Monday night, just 5 days ago, and that is knock off Auburn, predicted to be the #1 team in the nation. His team won the toss, will take the kickoff in the second half. They'll be kicking off to Florida.
You know, that's one of the college rules that you can do. If you win the toss, you have the choice as to what you want to do first half, second half. And it is interesting to see them kicking off and not using their offense against a pretty, you know, not so experienced defense.
Greg Cox He was a parade All-American as a kicker, and he's an All-American in the eyes of the University of Miami. He kicked field goals of 45 and 25 yards last Monday night. It was a 25-yarder that upended Auburn. And now breaking out in kickoff return is Lorenzo Hampton, a senior out of Lake Wales. He is the deep man. Back there with him is Ricky Natil, number 89. And this ball game, our second game of the day on our first day of the year, is about to begin. Joe Henderson is also back as Cox kicks off. Whoops, goes right through the legs into the end zone. Hampton is going to bring it out. And Miami has got Florida in the hole already. The ball dribbled through the legs of one man. Steve Staffier made the tackle, and the ball is spotted on the 4-yard line. And now Kerwin Bell, the rookie quarterback, number 12, comes in, starting with his first snap ever in a collegiate football game from the 4-yard line. Neil Anderson, 27. John L. Williams, 22, are his running backs. Ricky Natil, 89. Gary Roll, 86, the wide receivers. Walter Odom, 82, the tight end. First snap of his career. He is a redshirt freshman out. Second man through, that is Hampton in there, and he is thrown back almost to the goal line for a safety by Dallas Cameron, number 64.
Lorenzo Hampton is starting in the backfield instead of Neil Anderson, but just take a look. Watch him. He'll stop, Jim, when he gets to the line of scrimmage. Once you stop, Cameron is right there to make the tackle. You cannot stop. You've got to go forward, especially in that situation.
Auburn last week, 14 times, Miami threw them for losses on running plays. And they threw Hampton for a loss there. And now Kerwin Bell wedges out a yard or so, and that is about all. Remember last year, Miami got itself in the hole. There were 7 turnovers, and last that ball game, 28-3, the last game they have lost. Well, Florida is in danger of putting themselves in a big hole here in the first minute of play.
This, to me, is going to be a surprise because you don't know. Here's a young man, as we've said many times, it's the first start. Will they let him throw from the end zone? I doubt it.
Third down, 13. And Kerwin Bell, oh, from the end zone, wobbly pass, and the nearest man there was the defensive man on the play, and that is Greg Jones. The ball was intended for Ricky Natil. And now they'll have to kick the ball out of the end zone. But when you talk about kicking, the Gators have an All-American kicking squad.
Jim, let's just take a look at the replay. And the man we want to take a look at is the guy's going to come in your picture now, Greg Jones. Watch what he did. He was off about 16 yards. All he did was play center field, not worrying about the short stuff, make it go deep.
Ray Criswell led the nation in punting, 47.4. Last year, gets a high kick away. Ed Brown waits at his own 48-yard line. And Brown is not going to go too far, but is in Gator territory. And Jimmy Johnson has been unhappy in the first game about the Miami kick return game and got a little bit better there. No score. Miami's got the ball.
This is today's Chevrolet.
The hot Chevy Cavalier. It's the best-selling car in America. Cavalier, more horsepower than the 3 leading imports with a 2-liter electronically fuel-injected engine. Cavalier, more sedan room than Honda Accord, Nissan Sentra, or Toyota Tercel. The front-drive Cavaliers. Grab one for a cool, low price.
Chevy Cavalier. Now that's one hot lineup.
That's today's Chevrolet.
When you take one of these things up, you've got a crew to help.
Test pilot Chuck Yeager for AC Delco.
When it comes to my car, truck, I do the work myself. In 40 years, AC spark plugs have never let me down. And with today's technology, AC fire ring spark plugs are engineered to give you up to 30,000 miles reliable performance. Never wait for trouble. Go with AC fire ring spark plugs.
Call 800 AC Delco for a retailer near you.
College Football 84 is brought to you by Chevrolet, with the technology, the performance, the style, the innovation, the quality and value that make up today's Chevrolet. And by AC Delco, General Motors Corporation quality replacement parts for just about anything that moves. AC Delco, the small parts. Bernie Kosar, number 20, brings his men out. Oliver And Highsmith in the backfield, and Kozar to throw on first down, and throws for Stanley Shakespeare. Shakespeare picks up 2 or 3 yards down to about the 40-yard line. And that is all. And the only veteran in the defensive secondary, Ricky Eastman, number 8, makes the stop. Kozar started out 5 for 5 against Auburn on Monday night, 7 of the first 8. Ball is at the 40-yard line, 2nd down and 7, no score, 13 minutes to go, first quarter.
Jim, and that pass that he threw to Shakespeare, not too many quarterbacks in college would attempt it because he was covered and he fired the ball.
Kozar hands off to Highsmith, and Highsmith is inside the 30. Check that, that's Darrell Oliver. Inside the 35-yard line, down to the 34-yard line, just shy of the first down. And Tim Newton peeled back to get it. Oliver, there was some question whether or not he or Warren Williams would start tonight, along with Alonzo Highsmith, and Oliver gets the call. But now it is 3rd down and short. Up. Did he call him off? That was Tim Newton that jumped. And we'll see what Buddy Ward, the head official, the referee, says tonight. Offside, charge against that. Well, we have a chance. Let's give you the officials. Buddy Ward is the referee. Jack Smalley, the umpire. The head linesman is Gail Porter. The line judge is Ronnie Baines. The back judge is Toby Silverman.
Offsides, defense. First down.
And Bill Lang is the field judge. Move the ball inside the 30. There's no score. First down, Miami. Victors over Auburn last week, 20-18. Ed Brown, a great athlete, goes wide to left. Shakespeare caught 2 touchdown passes, wide to the right. Kozar, and there's Highsmith carrying the ball. Another big hole for Highsmith inside the 20. First down inside the 15-yard line. And Alonzo Highsmith, who gained 140 yards against Auburn, just picks up where he left off.
Jim, number 37, Darrell Oliver, gets a sensational block on the linebacker. He's in the front of the picture. Just watch to the outside. You won't see anyone there. Here comes Highsmith. The hole was there, and when he gets ready to get hit, he tucks the ball back and uses his shoulder to take the blow. I like it.
First down, ball at the 14-yard line. Kozar's going to try it again. Highsmith, and being pursued. I believe he was tripped up by Patrick Miller, and the man you saw over there was Tim Newton later on. But Patrick Miller, the outside linebacker, who's got great speed himself, about 4'6". Rather, matter of fact, Patrick Miller, a linebacker, weighing 215, runs the 109.6. How about that?
I couldn't drive it in 9.6.
A loss on the play, the first of the night for Miami. No score, 2nd down. Mark the ball at the 16. Kozar does a lot of checking off at the line of scrimmage. Back to throw, throws and has his man, but the ball is dropped. And they say it's incomplete. Ed Brown could not hold on to it. Well, it is 3rd down and 11.
Jim, first of all, let's just take a look at the offensive line. The blocking of the offensive line is just incredible. Watch them. They form the pocket. Zone blocking. They just sit there and they wait. Nobody near Bernie Kozar. Then the ball is thrown just a little too hard, I think, to Brown, and then Brown dropped the ball.
Be a big moment for the Gators if they stop them here. On 3rd down, Kozar looking, firing, and the ball is caught. That is Willie Smith, the tight end, who had 4 catches, his first catches of his career last week, and he adds a 5th tonight. But that is not enough for the first down.
And that's as close to pass interference by Roger Sibbald that I've seen in a long time. Smith is going to catch the ball. But I think, well, does this show it? Yeah, he's hit right there before the ball even gets there. But Willie still hangs on. And they've got 4th down, field goal time.
Ray Cox, who was 2 for 2, had another one nullified by unnecessary roughness last week. He will try this one from 24 yards out. This will be his shortest of his young collegiate career. Tootin is the holder, who is a punter, by the way. And did they take too much time? They did. Oh, they will move it back.
Jim, I know they don't do this purposely. I'm not going to make a stupid statement like that. But when you take a look at the angle that Cox had, He's better off coming back a little bit.
On the offense.
He really is.
4th down.
Now he's got a wider angle because he's on the right hash mark. He's got a wider angle for the goalpost.
Greg Cox, as we said, a great All-American out of Fort Lauderdale, shooting the holder. 29-yard attempt. Kick is up, and it is good again. And Miami is on the board after the Gators of Florida started off in the hole. Miami leads 3-0 in the first quarter.
This is today's Chevrolet.
Versatile, the year-round versatility of S10 Blazer.
In spring, Blazer's right on the job or on the town.
In summer, Blazer lets you get to work or get away.
In fall, Blazer's ready for the chores or for the fun.
In winter, Blazer's a great outdoor sport. Chevy S10 Blazer, America's best-selling sport utility vehicle.
Every season, there's a reason to own one.
That's today's Chevrolet.
Something speak for themselves.
Michelob. One smooth and mellow taste tells you all you need to know. Michelob. Some things speak for themselves.
Tomorrow, ESPN burns up the track. NASCAR Southern 500 is up first, live. Then Karts Escort Radar Warning 200. Tomorrow.
One of the newspapers described this as a hard sellout. I said, what is a hard sellout? They said, just what it sounds like. No tickets available anywhere. Cox will kick off. Opened by one of the up men. That was Roger Sibold back there carrying the ball out. There's the 7th place, 31 yards. 29-yard field goal by Cox to finish it off. And now, with a lot better field position than they've had all night, marked the ball at the 22-yard line. Kerwin Bell, who narrowly escaped with his life in limb, having second down at about the 3-inch line, has some maneuverability. First man through is not going too far, is he? John Williams. By the way, how would you like to be a freshman quarterback and have your first pass of your collegiate career from the end zone on 3rd down and 13 to go, as Kerwin Bell had?
And almost intercepted on top of it. I mean, it's got to shake you a little bit. You know, when you look at Florida, their strength, as everybody knows, is in their running game because they have all the big men up front. And what they're trying to do, like most teams that run the ball, they try to attack the strength of the defense, which is against the run.
The Gators are a running football team. You'd expect them to stay on the ground. They do again, and that is Hampton again. And Paul, as Hampton gets out to the 29-yard line, I'm beginning to wonder what happened to Neil Anderson. He is supposed to be completely well, but Neil Anderson with that 4.4 speed has not been evident tonight.
Now watch Lorenzo Hampton, Jim. When he runs the football, it's a continuous effort with his legs. His legs never stop. Now they hit him with the body right there. McVay's in there, some other people are in there, but he never stops his leg drive.
3rd down and about 3. And here's Kerwin Bell being chased, and he's not going to get it away. He almost let that ball go into the hands of a Miami defender. Fleming, the linebacker, and Cameron, a tackle, were chasing him. And they'll have to kick it away.
Jim, 2 things happen here. One, the containment is excellent, but watch Bell. He waits too long to make a decision. Once he does that, there's Fleming, 58. But look at this ball. They say he was throwing the pass, but if you're back there and you're an offensive back or a receiver, you better jump on the ball. And that was John Williams, number 22, that did not do that.
That's Ed Brown, who's deep, and the All-American Criswell. Oh, he gets a bad kick. That's a bad kick. And the ball is going down the sidelines. He was marked at the 29-yard line. Unusual for Criswell, an outstanding kicker. Well, the Gators are behind the Hurricanes 3-0. We're still in the first quarter in Tampa.
This is Chevrolet Corvette.
You've never seen anything like this before.
Corvette's superb in its engineering and defiant in its performance. Corvette performance you won't believe, and a digital information center you can't ignore. This is your Corvette, America. Technology. That's today's Chevrolet.
It's going down our block.
Did I leave the iron on?
There could be a time when your home or condo insurance gets put to the test. But Kemper won't fail you. Call an independent agent for Kemper home or condo insurance with features like convenient budget payment plans and full contents replacement coverage. Once you compare Kemper, you'll ride with us.
Saturday, September 15th, Heisman Trophy candidate Bo Jackson leads Auburn against Texas live. It's a battle of preseason #1 picks only on ESPN.
8:26 showing on the clock, first quarter. Bernie Kosar and company at the 29-yard line. They lead 3-0. Warren Williams is in there, but it's Kosar who's going to throw and gets the ball up in the air, intended for Willie Smith, who makes the catch. First down in Florida territory at the 47-yard line. He beat Adrian White.
Jim, just watch where he throws the ball. It's over the defender, Adrian White, number 2. And into Willie Smith's hands. Watch this. That is perfect. Over-the-shoulder catch. No place for the defensive back to go but to make the tackle. That is unbelievable.
Not a catch in his career before last week. Now a total of 6, and they've all been big ones. Shakespeare goes wide to the left, Brown to the right. First down. Miami has not beaten Florida in 2 years, and a lot of these folks are graduating and want to do it. Here's Kosar with the fake. Being chased. Gets the ball away, and it was almost caught, and then jumped on there by Warren Williams. Alonzo Johnson was the man who was pressuring Bernie Kosar.
Jim, Elvin Ward lost his helmet at the 50-yard line, and he was downfield at the 35 throwing the block without a helmet.
We have found out about Neil Anderson. Once they get the ball back, nothing wrong with Neil Anderson. They're a fine runner. It's just that they figure that Alonzo Hampton is a better receiver and might give the freshman Kerwin Bell an added option. Second down and 10. Kosar again. Going and right in the middle of everybody is Shakespeare, and Shakespeare's got another first down. Eastman in on the tackle along with Cornell Brown. First down, and Miami continues to move. 8:02 to go. Flag on the play, and Miami is walking back. Hold everything.
Jim, when Bernie Kosar has that much time to throw the football, one, we know he has an offensive line that can block. There's no question about that. But when you see the flag, somebody was holding. And the funny part about it, Jim, excuse me for a second, is Ford only had a 3-man rush.
Well, the funny part about it also is that Bernie Kosar, as good as he is, there's a man behind him by the name of Vinny Testaverde that people are drooling over, saying he has got a strong arm and a great quarterback. And we may see him in the second quarter because Jimmy Johnson likes to get him into the game. Now let's see what Buddy Ward marks off here. He'll tell us, takes the ball back to the 44-yard line.
Holding on the offense. Second down.
Didn't give us a number. Let's see if we can see it.
Take a look to the left of your screen, and that may be where it's at. I don't see it up front. I think the blocking up front is excellent. Comandiero is there, 69. He looked fine.
Could have been in the backfield, Paul, as you well know. So it's second down and long. Kosar's been throwing on nearly every down, hasn't he? Being pressured, and look out. He may have to even step out of bounds. A loss all the way back to the 31. Again, Alonzo Johnson, number 93, was the man pressuring him. He is their best pass rusher.
Jim, I honestly believe this was supposed to be a screen. You see the lineman moving out to the right, and there's Highsmith 30 there, but the defense played it so very well that Kosar had no place to go but to get out of bounds.
Ricky Williams in at nose tackle was also bearing down on Kosar, and Williams at 283, that is some bearing down. Put the ball at the 31, but more importantly, it is third down and 20 to go.
I think it's a little more than that.
About 22, as a matter of fact. Kosar now decides to run with Warren Williams, and Williams is going to go nowhere Dragged down over there by Patrick Miller, number 98. Also on the tackle is Sybil. And now Miami will have to kick the ball away. And the Gators are beginning to assert themselves. They haven't had outstanding field position, but they are hopped up, led by Sybil, who is cheerleading in the defensive backfield. Here's Rick Tootin. Miney is the man that they like to kick long, but they're giving the ball to Tootin to kick the ball away, and he's not a long kicker. Natil is the man who's deep. Rush is not on. Natil is going to let this hop, and it will bounce back and finally downed by Miami inside the 30-yard line. We've got 6:51 to go. Miami 3 and Florida nothing. We'll come back to Tampa Stadium in just a minute.
Introducing the Portable from Hewlett-Packard. The first full performance personal computer in a truly portable package. The Portable, with all the power and capabilities of a desktop, except for one feature that our designers chose to leave out. The desk.
Available at Philip Morris, 3601 Biscayne Boulevard, Miami, 2706 West Oakland Park Boulevard, Fort Lauderdale.
I've climbed these steps many times in my years as Dade's chief prosecutor. My tough stand on crime resulted in a 95% conviction rate on crimes ranging from consumer fraud to murder. I pioneered victims' rights to restitution and prison for the polluters of our environment. Keep Dade County the kind of place you want to raise your family by electing me, Joe Nazaro, Circuit Court Judge, on September 4th. You know where I stand.
Kerwin Bell now takes him out at the 29-yard line. Dale Dormady was the quarterback. He'd waited 4 years for the job, but got knocked down in practice, had knee surgery this week, and freshman Kerwin Bell's got the job. And there's the man, Neil Anderson, that we've been waiting for. Hampton had been in there for him, and John McVeigh, inside linebacker, number 93, makes the stop.
Jim, number 74, Jeff Zimmerman, is 6'5", 314 pounds, a pulling guard. Watch it seal off. He goes underneath Fleming, but Fleming, number 58, goes over the top and makes the tackle. Good play by the linebacker.
2nd down and 8 from the 31-yard line. Miami leading by 3. Kerwin Bell is going to throw. Kerwin Bell has completed his first pass, and that is a first down. Out to Anderson. They had Hampton in there because he's a better receiver. Anderson comes in and makes the first catch for Bell. Now, earlier today, Robbie Bosco of BYU had his baptism of fire, as is Bell in this game tonight. We'll talk more about that later.
All right, Kerwin Bell is going to throw the ball out here to Neil Anderson, and look at the linebackers. That's McVeigh that's supposed to be uptight on him. He doesn't get there. It's a first down. That's a nice play.
You know that Kerwin Bell from Day, Florida, he played high school ball at Mayo, Florida. He was pretty good after that first reception. And now the second man through, and that is Anderson. Well, Bosco this afternoon, when BYU came from behind to defeat Pittsburgh 20-14, completed 25 of 43 for 331 yards and a touchdown, 2 interceptions, 1 return for a touchdown. And we bring up Robbie's name because he replaced a fellow by the name of Steve Young, making his start today. And now Kerwin Bell is replacing, in effect, Wayne Peace, who was the quarterback here last year, although he's replacing Dormady, who went down injured. 2nd down 8 from the 42. Bell and gets the ball out, and that's quite a shot. That was taken by Ray McDonald, who didn't have a chance to use his 4.6 speed, as Greg Jones put him down shy of the first down by not much, and McDonald goes out.
How much confidence does that give a young man, Kerwin Bell, Jimmy? Come out, they're only short passes, but you complete 2 of them.
I got to get this in. There's a quarterback in professional football called Jack Thompson. They called him the throwing Samoan. Well, since Kerwin Bell is from Mayo, they call him the throwing Mayoan. Short yardage. Anderson will try to get it, and Anderson's got it. Anderson almost broke it. Gets past the 40 to the 39, following Jeff Zimmerman. Fleming came up to make the tackle.
You talk about Neil Anderson's quick feet, just take a look at it. Watch how fast he makes this break. Once he sees the hole, now back to the inside. quick as he can. Now there's Fleming. There's a tackle missed. He wouldn't have made a tackle had he not got help from his defensive back.
Anderson, an all-Southeastern Conference academic selection last year. First down from the 39. Gators, this is their game. Control the ball on the ground. And look out, something went wrong there as he ran right into Colbrand, the end playing his position. Kerwin Bell peeled out, and there was Joe Colbrand, all 231 pounds of it. And it's second down and 10.
Jim, you got to believe that this has to be a broken play. Let's just take a look at it. Kerwin Bell, I think the back was supposed to come. It was Neil Anderson back to the inside. He went straight ahead. Kerwin Bell just held on to the football.
Clock running.
Made the tackle.
Excuse me, Paul. Clock running first quarter. 3:40 to go. Miami by 3. Second down and about 10. Kerwin Bell. Bell's got a man wide open. That's Hampton. He was hit immediately. Hampton hit by John McVay, number 93, the inside linebacker, shy of the first down at the 34-yard line. It is second down, or rather third down and 5 to go. 74,000 on hand here tonight in hot and humid weather. But this is the battle of the state of Florida. And let's face it, Miami has played its last 2 times #1 teams in the nation. Nebraska at the Orange Bowl, before winning #1 themselves, and in Auburn last Monday night. Kerwin Bell has a man. That should be first down. And there's a first down. That's Natil, and Natil is down inside the 20-yard line. Tackled there by Willie Martinez, and here come the Gators of Florida, led by Kerwin Bell.
You want to see a line block? We saw the Miami line block. Watch this line block. And there's a blitz on, Jim. And the blitz does not get there. And Natil gets out, breaks 2 tackles, stumbles, but he gets the ball just inside the 20-yard line, first down.
Charlie Pell's team loves ball control. Hampton straight through, dragging down from behind as he went through was Ken Calhoun. You saw McVay come up, but Calhoun got him as he hit the line of scrimmage. And that's another big gain down near the 10-yard line. Second down and short of a foot to go.
He gets a great block from Joe Henson, who's the guard pulling. Watch Henson. He gets into the hole. There's the block right there on the outside. Perfect block in the downfield. They pick up 9 yards.
George Myra Jr., remember the quarterback? Well, his son plays linebacker. His number's 45, and he's in the game now. For Miami, second down and 1. First man through, and Williams picks up the first down. Tackled by Myra, along with Fullington, and a flag is down. But they're moving the sticks, so apparently, well, there is a flag. I see a flag at the 5, but they've already moved the sticks. Well, that's why. Because it's against Miami. Now, Lorenzo Hampton will decide with referee Buddy Ward what it is they're going to do. 3-0 Miami, but the Gators, who've beaten them the last 2 years, have a big march.
Personal foul on the defense. First down.
They move the ball to the 3, first and goal to go. And that inexperienced defense, which held up against Auburn, has not held up against Florida in this quarter at least, on this drive. That's Neal in motion, but that is Anderson, and what a hit he took. Looked like John McVay, and another flag on the play. It is McVay who hit Anderson. And this is going to march the Gators back. Big penalty, so they'll take the penalty. Charlie Pell saying, what did we do? We did nothing.
Now he's talking to Florida.
He signified, first of all, it was against Florida. In the meantime, Miami continues to make defensive changes. But now, Buddy Ward is not talking to Hampton. You tell me.
I don't. Kerwin Bell is in there, and he's pointing to someone. I mean, if the penalty is called, just ask the official, who is it on?
The initial slight glimpse that I had, Paul, was it was clipping or an illegal block and against Florida. But let's see what it is.
It is against Florida.
What is the discussion by Kerwin Bell?
I don't know. When they point to Florida in the beginning, it doesn't take a Rhodes Scholar to understand. He just asked Miami, do you want the penalty? And they're definitely going to say yes.
Because it's a big one?
Yes, indeed.
That's
on the offense.
What we saw.
First down.
Well,
however,
this may be on Lomas Brown, number 75. Now, just take a look on the left of your screen. And there is the clip. And I believe it's on 98, who is Jerome Brown.
But instead of first down at the 3, it is first down at the 20. Miami, on that penalty, gets a big break. Bell, look out, and now he goes at the 30 with Colbrand on top. Dallas Cameron also with him. Colbrand 48, Cameron 64.
Colbrand just juked the back, who is John Williams, number 22, cuts back to the inside, and he's right there. Look at Charlie Pellet. You think he's had, hey, wait, now we practiced that. We practiced that.
And they had a first down at the 3. And now it is second down at the 29. You can see the backs of John L. Williams and Neil Anderson. The Teal and Neal are your wide receivers. And that is Neal in motion. Oh, they're moving on the other side. That's going to be 5 more. Remember, Kerwin Bell was to, whoops, Odom mixing it up with someone there. Kerwin Bell was not told until after the injury to Dale Dorminey this week to go get the films and start studying because you're number 1. It's a short time to work.
Jim, and I'll tell you something else. I don't think Miami liked to see the fact that he threw 3 or 4 completions in a row and give this young man the confidence that he really needs. That's illegal motion on Florida. They didn't want that to happen, and a little confidence is a very dangerous thing.
Well, there are 2 personal fouls, one charged against either team, plus the illegal motion.
One personal foul was a 3-yard penalty against Miami because they're close to the goal line. The other one is a 15.
So they're going to take the 5 yards.
Ball start on the offense. Personal foul on the offense. On the defense.
So move the ball back to the 34. And it is second down.
Well, there's a couple. We'll get into most of these rules, but first let's take the kickoff. When you kick off out of the end zone, they bring the ball to market on the 30-yard line, Jim, and I think that punishes your kicker.
Why have a strong foot? There's Kerwin Bell. He's got to go a long way, and the ball is tipped by McVay. John McVay and Bruce Fleming were not the starters last year, but they've done an outstanding job this year. McVay is a transfer from Kentucky. He had to sit out last year.
See, there's the inexperience of Bell, and we will talk about that, and not make excuses for the young man, but we will talk about that because he did not look at the linebacker. All he looked at was his receiver coming across. McVay was short, and he almost picked the ball off.
Third down from the 34. Ray McDonald with great speed, number 9, is coming as a wide receiver. Bell's got to get the ball to somebody, and he swings it out of the backfield, and that is the fullback, John L. Williams, and there's the tackle made across the way by Greg Jones. In front of the Florida bench, Jones, number 27. And a few more words.
Well, the crowd booed because they thought that he was hit out of bounds by Julio Cortez, number 99. And the officials were right on top of it. That play there, which you saw, Jim, was just to try to get them in field goal position. They figured there's no sense in trying to pick up 30 or 35 yards. Let's get our field goal kicker in range. Now he's got a 45-yard shot.
Well, this is going to be Bobby Raymond, who is very good inside the 50, as you can see, 5 for 6. And they've got a man with a stronger leg if they want. That would be Chris Perkins, but this will be a 45-yard attempt to try to tie up the game, and they do. And a flag on the play. Hold it. Let's see against whom the flag is. Got a tie game. Got a tie game. Bobby Raymond ties it up as the quarter is ending in a flat-out tie, 3 apiece.
Will, you seem different lately.
Really?
Is that a new suit?
No.
Did you lose weight?
Uh-uh.
New glasses.
No new glasses.
The best thing about Grecian formula is no one ever knows you're using it. Grecian's not a dye. It's a clear liquid that gradually brings your gray hair back to a natural-looking color.
You shaved your mustache.
I never had a mustache.
I knew that.
Grecian Formula 16, liquid and cream. There's no telling who uses it.
Come on in, take a seat. We're gonna tell you what the big boys eat. Name is Wheaties, pick a wheat. Now you know what the big boys eat. Hello, milk, come on in. Jump in, berry, have a swim. Wheaties, Wheaties, not too sweet. Now go tell your mama what the big boys eat.
Part of your good breakfast.
Compared to an ordinary adjustable wrench that grips your work on just 2 sides, the hex jaws of a true crescent wrench will grip your work on 4 sides. That's why a real crescent wrench seats better, grips tighter, and applies more force to the work. So instead of cursing your next job, why not just put a hex on it? With a genuine crescent wrench from Cooper Tools, the difference between work and workmanship.
All across the country, every day, USF&G insures you. Your work, your home, your play.
The USF&G in the USA. USF&G protects your business, home, auto, and life through 6,000 independent insurance agents all across the country.
Protecting what you value and insuring your way. The USF&G and the USA.
Yet another game today. West Virginia rolled over Ohio University, 38-0 the final score. I'm Jim Simpson with Paul McGuire as we begin this second half. It is a 3-all tie. Chris Perkins will kick it off, and J.C. Penney, a rookie out of guess where, Youngstown, Ohio, is in the end zone to take the kick. First time he's handled the ball as a college player. He can scoot and does and finds the lane and gets across the 30-yard line before he's ridden out of bounds across the way. And it's first down. Patrick Miller and Vernil Brown took him out of bounds. A 33-yard return.
Roland Cummings, number 97, should have had J.C. Penney. Now watch this. Right here, and just left his feet instead of breaking himself down and getting a football position. J.C. Penney gets the ball out to beyond the 32.
We are live on ESPN, our first day of live college football throughout the season. Earlier today, BYU came from behind to knock off Pittsburgh. Our score is 3-all in our second game of the day. Kozar handing the ball off and nowhere for Darrell Oliver to go. Gee, a fine play there by Miller, the very fast linebacker, number 98 out of Panama City. And it is second down and 9 to go. Scoring drive, 14 plays. As you take a look at the 45-yard field goal by Bobby Raymond that tied it up, remember, Gators had a first down at the 3 before that clipping penalty. Second and 9 from the 33. Kozar has not had an outstanding night, but he keeps going. Being pursued here. Gets the ball away, and no. That was intended for Darrell Oliver, who was cut off his feet, but they may maintain that the ball was uncatchable. In any event, there's no flag on the play.
Well, Bernie is that Newton? Yeah, 56. He's only about 290 pounds. He's chasing Bernie. Now, Bernie gets away from him. That's right, and they get a block back on that side. That's fine, but Bernie, when he threw the ball, everybody's a little upset because they just thought that Darrell Oliver was cut down by Roger Sybil before the ball got there.
Third and 9. Miami's used to scoring a lot of points. Haven't done it tonight so far. Look out, Kozar gets the ball away and intended for Shakespeare. It's fourth down, and the Hurricanes will have to give up the football. Those are not having the kind of start he did last Monday night against Auburn, but that's part of it. They just played 5 days ago. And now in to kick the ball away is Rick Tootin. He was a high school All-American. And back deep is Ricky Natia. Wind, remember, is negligible tonight, only about 8 to 10 miles an hour. Low kick, but the rush is not on. Tootin line drives the ball. This will hit and go out of bounds. Not a particularly good kick at all. Goes out of bounds at the 36-yard line. 13:57 to go. Sellout crowd in Tampa. Second quarter. It's a flat-out tie at 3.
Hey, Ken Howard, Sarah Purcell.
Hi. What a great old Chevy.
Yeah, we go way back. So when I got my new Chevy, I couldn't just trade it in. It's mine now.
Well, you know, Sarah, 9 out of 10 Chevy trucks registered in the last 10 years are still on the job.
94.2%.
The best reason to buy a new Chevy truck is old Chevy trucks.
Hard-working and proud.
That's today's Chevy truck.
Just like the people who drive them.
Some things look hard, but once you know the secret, they're easy.
It's easy.
Some people think financing a new car is hard, but it isn't. It's easy.
It's as easy as GMAC.
With GMAC, buying or leasing a new GM car or truck is easy. Ask your GM dealer and see how easy it is. Financing a new car may seem hard, but once you know the secret,
It's as easy as GMAC.
it's easy.
Performance, the style, the innovation, the quality and value that make up today's Chevrolet. And from General Motors. First down Florida, 3-all, ball at the 36. Roll and kneel to the same side, and boy, was Bell decked as he tried to get the ball away by Victor Morse. In your picture there's Duncan Carl, one of the tight ends, a freshman. He's a high school quarterback. Check that, that's Hembro of the Miami team.
Watch Victor Morris. He just comes down the line of scrimmage, and he's not going to be blocked by Joe Henderson, number 39. It just hits Bell as the ball's coming out. He's trying just a short sprint out.
He would remember this night anyway, his first collegiate start, but boy, will he remember this night. Big pitch back, and that is Hampton, and Hampton finds a lane, and Hampton may be gone. Hampton will be gone. Touchdown, Florida. Henderson with a tremendous block, and Hampton did the rest. 64 yards.
Jim, just take a look at it. You're going to have guys out. Joe Henderson's out front. There's a great block on the inside by number 74, Zimmerman. But then when Hampton gets to the outside, Roll gets a good block on the outside also. Gary Roll, number 86, and Hampton's gone. But if you remember one thing, Jim, in the first quarter, well, we'll talk about it after this.
In the meantime, Bobby Wayne comes in to make it 10-3. Miami, with the longest winning streak in the nation of 12, finds itself behind second quarter by 7 points.
This is today's Chevrolet.
This Celebrity Eurosport has it all.
Well, Sarah, Eurosport's got what it takes to handle a road like this.
Nice ride.
Special F41 sport suspension and available high-output V6.
Built for touring.
Front drive.
Room and comfort.
Rack and pinion power steering.
And this is a beautiful drive.
It sure is.
Eurosport, a celebrity that's got it all.
Well, that's today's Chevrolet.
Yeah.
In my line of work, your insurance isn't on a piece of paper. It's up here, and it's in your equipment.
For AC Delco, test pilot Chuck Yeager.
With all the technology that's built into today's cars, I just don't trust mine to anything but AC filters. An AC oil filter can help protect your gasoline engine for up to 15,000 miles. An AC air filter, up to 30,000 miles. Never wait for trouble. Protect your car with AC filters.
Call 800 AC Delco for a retailer near you.
If you're waiting for all of today's scores, highlights, and headlines, stay right where you are. The Chevrolet College Football Report is next.
A lot of folks happy in Lake Wales, Florida. Their man, Lorenzo Hampton, has rambled 64 yards to put the Gators of Florida out in front. And now the kickoff by Chris Perkins from Jupiter. And J.C. Penny from Youngstown, Ohio, the man deep in the end zone. Kozar's got to get on track. They're kicking this ball along the ground. They'll allow Penny, who had a 33-yard return last time. Up, they kick to the outside. And Penny is doing a good job of return. Now, Jimmy Johnson did not like the kick return game, but Penny has given him some speed and some yardage on those kick returns.
I mentioned in that run by Hampton that Gary Roll got a great block. Watch this, number 86. That's Fullington right there. Not only does he block him, but watch what else happens. He also gets another block down Willie Martinez downfield, and there goes Hampton for the touchdown. But what I was going to say is, remember the first quarter, Florida ran the ball up the middle into the tackles, Jim. Now they all of a sudden they go wide to the outside to score on a 64-yard run.
Ball on the 27-yard line. First down. Kozar on first down is throwing, and as Brown. Brown is tackled by Brown. Ed Brown caught the ball, but Neil Brown made the tackle. No relation. One from Gainesville and the other from Miami.
Jim, this takes touch because you're throwing between two defenders. Brown is there, and also Eastman is there. Just take a look where he throws it. Over Eastman, in front of Brown, to Brown. For the reception, they get the ball at about the 47-yard line, 46-yard line.
Well, they caught 8 passes against Auburn last Monday and 6 on New Year's night in the Orange Bowl against Nebraska. Good athlete. First down. Kozar's going to throw on first down. Kozar across the middle, and that's Brown juggling the ball, but he's got it. And a fine tackle there by Curtis Stacy, number 23. But that's the first down at the 39-yard line. At Kozar, his team has fallen behind, and he has brought him back.
Oh, Eddie Brown. Man catches 8. Give him some more. Watch Eddie Brown. Now, here's where concentration comes in. Jim, the ball is there. Hits his hands. Bounces against his helmet. Again against his helmet. It's dribbling around a little bit, but it shows you how far off the defensive secondary is, and then Curtis Stacy comes in and makes the play.
10-3 Florida, Miami driving. Kozar's going to run the ball this time, and that is Melvin Gratton, a freshman out of Miami, number 5, making his first carry. He is a young gentleman, is a communications major and an actor. He's been in community theater, in school plays. There's Kerwin Bell warming up. We're looking at Kerwin Bell, and that's Fleet Davis, the running back, saying, "Hi, folks." Second down, 7 to go. Kozar at the last minute to Willie Smith, the tight end, and Smith's got another tight end. This tight end, first down, inside the 30 to 27. Mark Kortz knocked him off his feet. Number 59. And Smith has developed something, and in conversations, Jimmy Johnson has said maybe this year's team, under the coaching of Jimmy Johnson and his staff, is getting the tight end into the offense more as a receiver. Certainly with 4 catches last week against Auburn, or this week against Auburn, and 3 more tonight, Woody Smith has gotten them in it.
He has to, Jim, because he's doubling up on both the outside receivers, Shakespeare and Brown.
First down. Carter looking to tie. Kozar with time. Down and out. That's Shakespeare. And Shakespeare's down near the 11-yard line before he's put down there by Mark Kortz. Another first down Miami. Kozar has brought him back.
Stanley Shakespeare, watch what he does to Eastman now. He's running him off first. Now he's going to break out. Here's the pattern. Eastman's going to come out. Watch this little juke right here. That's quick steps because Eastman really never put a hand on it.
We have not said, Paul, that this is a young secondary that the Gators have. 3 of the 4s have gone on to play in the pros. They've only got 1 starter back, and that's Ricky Eastman. And Kozar knows it. And now Highsmith. Missed tackle in the background, but not a missed tackle there. First man to get him was Alonzo Johnson, and he slipped out of his grasp, and then Curtis Stacy and Armstrong came up to make the stop.
Well, Alonzo Johnson was being blocked at the time, Jim, and he made a recovery. But you're not going to tackle Alonzo Highsmith with 1 hand.
Highsmith and Oliver the setback. Both wide receivers to the left on second down. Ozar across the middle, and that's Willie Smith again, trying to get another extra yard or two. And that's Curtis Stacy with his hands around his ankles and Mark Corp up higher.
How many did you say he caught last year?
None.
Really? None.
None.
Yeah, well, anyway. This year, he may catch 80.
Well, he's caught 8 already this year, 4 against Auburn, and that's his 4th catch of the night. They put the 2 wide receivers to the left, but they went to the tight end coming across the middle from the right. It's third down at 2 to go, 4 to go for the touchdown.
3 tight ends.
Ozar looking to throw, looking to run, throws, and it's almost intercepted in the end zone. A couple of receivers back there, including Oliver and another tight end, Alfredo Roberts, and it was almost intercepted. Alonzo Johnson is the man who was pressuring Kozar to throw. Jimmy Johnson looking on. Now it is 4th down, and I'm looking for the field goal kicking team led by Greg Cox. And this should be a chip shot to make it 10-6. 9:50 to go. That is Tootin with the holder. It'll be a 21-yard attempt. Cox, the freshman, has not missed this year. Make that a 20-yard attempt and make it a good attempt. It is 10-6. Miami, 9:46 to go with a neutral site, they say, in Tampa.
10 years ago, Federal Express changed the way America did business.
I need it tomorrow, or it's all over. How did they do this? Listen, Bill.
Now we're going to do it again.
Tomorrow's not soon enough, Bill. I need it today. Seriously, Bill.
Introducing Zap Mail, a copy of practically anything sent coast to coast in just 2 hours.
Seriously, how did they do this?
Federal Express introduces Zap Mail. It's absolutely, positively incredible.
The film that's attracted international attention, earned its scandalous reputation, Bolero, starring Bo Derek as the adventurous young woman who sets out to lose her innocence.
Will you show me everything? I want it.
Bolero, so daring we can only show you where the ecstasy begins. Bolero. Due to the adult nature of this motion picture, no one under 17 will be admitted.
Bolero, now playing at a theater near you.
For the CFA, Dr. Otis Singletary, president of the University of Kentucky.
The College Football Association, made up of 63 major football-playing institutions, was formed 8 years ago out of our recognized need to address common concerns and interests. We fully support improvements in academic standards as well as reforms in recruiting practices. And we will continue to work towards solving our mutual problems for the betterment of college football.
Tomorrow, ESPN burns up the track. NASCAR's Southern 500 is up first, live. Then Karts Escort Radar Warning 200. Tomorrow.
9:46 left on the clock. First half, Florida by 4. Cox to kick off. And the ball is in the end zone. They cover that ball, which they do, because of course you can recover that ball for a touchdown. It'll come out to the 20-yard line. Remembering there, the rule, had it gone out of the end zone, not being touched, it would come out to the 30-yard line.
I don't think the coaches, there's the scoring drive, 9 plays, 69 yards, 20-yard field goal by Cox. But Jim, the coaches that I've talked to really do not like the rule, because if the ball is kicked towards the end zone, they just tell their people, get out of the way, let it go through, and you are rewarding the offense to keep coming and penalizing a strong kicker.
Florida has not gained a single yard on first down. Over 8 plays of first down, they've been -1 yard. Let's see if they do any better here. And not much better. John L. Williams is knocked down by John McVay, who is having a great night at that inside linebacker spot, number 93.
John McVay filled the hole so very well. Now, well, they're going to get about 1.5 yards on first down. But John McVay, when they talked about the weakness in Miami at the beginning of the year, they said it possibly would be at their linebacker slots, and that's McVay and Fleming. Not so.
That's a big offensive line, 278 on one side, 314 and 283 on the other side. Burnett throwing long and has a man there, but throws the ball out of bounds. That was number 86, Gary Roll, a pre-med student, one-time West Point cadet, making the dive. And couldn't get to it. Ken Calhoun was covering him, and everybody that follows Miami football and Nebraska football knows it was Ken Calhoun that knocked down the pass with 48 seconds to go in the Orange Bowl, and then knocked down the deflected try for the two-point conversion to save the win for Miami.
Kerwin Bell that time had Gary Roll open, Jim, inexperienced. The one thing he didn't do is set himself to throw. He was throwing on the run going forward, and the momentum carried the ball out of bounds.
Third down and long. About 8. Kerwin Bell, and has a man on the far sideline, and that's Ray McDonald, and that's the first down. Greg Jones ran him out of bounds, but Ray McDonald, a junior out of Belle Glades, Florida, made the catch.
Miami, they're going with a three-man rush, Jim, in pass situations. Now, just take a look at the pass protection of the offensive line. 74 is Zimmerman standing there, and they just really don't have any problem. Henson 60 is there, Bromley 50 is there, and when you have that much time, you give your receivers to make those comeback moves, and it's first down.
10-6, Florida leads. They've got a first down. Midway through the second quarter, running with the football is Neil Anderson, and he finds a lot of folks there, even though he's following Big Jeff Zimmerman, led by Fleming, the inside linebacker, number 58. Second down at about 8 to go. The ball at the 38-yard line. It is still a very warm and humid night. No rain expected here in Tampa. This is a neutral site. Why? Well, Florida, back in the days when Miami wasn't doing much, wanted to cancel the series. Miami said, we'll play at Gainesville a couple of times, and then how about a neutral site? Florida said, okay, under those circumstances, we'll keep you. Well, since then, Miami's become the national champion, and they draw like mad. Here's Kerwin Bell on second and long. Uh-oh. Breaking out. Gets away. Better hold on to it and run, and he better learn how to lost the football. I started to say as Miami recovers, Fleming makes the recovery. He should learn how to go down. He did not. He stayed up. He took the pop and dropped the ball.
Now, we talked about the weakness may be the linebackers, right? Wrong. McVay is the man that makes the tackle. It sets up the fumble for the other linebacker, Bruce Fleming. Here it comes. Now, McVay, you see him, they're reading quarterback now. All of a sudden, he's going to see Bell run. When he does that, watch this. Tuck the ball away, hits the ball out of Bell's hands. There's the other linebacker, Fleming. That's teamwork.
8:05 to go, second quarter. Florida 10 and Miami 6. But when we come back, Miami's got the football at the 45.
Get a taste of New York right here at Cazzoli's. For pizza lovers, it's the only place to be. Take the kids, take the wife, take the love of your life to Cazzoli's, the place for the slice of your life. Cazzoli's, for the slice of your life.
Ooh, guys, where did you get those ties? They look like they've been hanging around since 1975. Well, wake up. Look around. There's changes going down, like the new string bean ties, and you can get them at Burdines. So fine. Now, don't get left behind. String bean ties are available at Burdines. Well, it's the 1980s. They're even looking good on ladies. The new string bean tie. Get it at Burdines.
Doesn't seem possible, but Friday, September the 7th, ESPN will be 5 years old. Went on the air with 1.4 million homes. Now we're better than 33 million, gaining about 400,000 every month. And we welcome each and every one of you, and we thank each and every one of you for being with us. All at the 45-yard line. Kozar, first down. Steps up into the pocket nicely. Now scrambles and will pick up a couple of yards before he goes out. And he didn't get out that quick, did he? Leon Pennington took a shot at him as he went out of bounds, number 45. Stops the clock. And what is already a long first half. We played better than an hour, and we've got almost 8 minutes left to play in the half. Second down. Kozar 8 of 13 for 101 yards. Last week against Auburn, he was 21 of 38 for 329 yards and a couple of touchdowns. From the 43, second down. Kozar, and here comes Oliver. inside the 35 and slides down near the 31. That's a first down, and 2 flags are down. 2 flags are down.
They're going to get Stanley Shakespeare for coming back, and I think it might have been a clip
on Sybil.
Yeah, it's clip Stanley.
I think Sybil was cut down by Shakespeare. I think you're right.
Oliver shows such great speed coming back to the outside, looking out running, but here comes Shakespeare right here in the back. Is there? I never understood clips because you've got to be able to read those names and numbers in the back. And there's the clip, and they're going to bring it back.
Way back. A man who has not been heard from too much, he has carried the ball, is Alonzo Highsmith, who had 140 yards against Auburn. Warren Williams has carried, Darrell Oliver has carried, and Melvin Bratton has carried. Highsmith only a couple of times.
On the offense, second down.
Take the ball back almost to midfield and make it second down. And 14 to go. Jimmy Johnson, Oklahoma State for 5 years. As head coach, many assistant coaching before that. Second game as a head coach in Miami. There's Kozar. He's got time, and he's got the man, and that's Woody Smith again. And that is a first down. They needed 13, and they got about 23. Cornell Brown knocked him out.
All right, Willie Smith is on his way to 80 receptions. This is what I predict for the year, but all right, here it comes. Look at the blocking right here in the offensive line. Not only that, you've got Highsmith in there that's helping out. The blocking is there, and Kozar, when he has that much time, he is going to find his receiver.
Miami trails by 4 on the move. Line of scrimmage at the 25. First man through, that is Highsmith. Highsmith breaks a couple of tackles, and finally the third man got him. And that was Ron Moten, number 58. Highsmith showed some power. You know the story if you saw the Auburn game, that he was a defensive end, never played this position until he got to college.
Quick draw, Watts it. Here comes Highsmith. Once. Bang, he's hit there. No, Moten hits it. No, he's not down again. Finally, the third or fourth guy that hits him and brings him down. He was going along the line of scrimmage. Jim, if he could ever gotten his bearings and got upfield, he might have been able to pick up 5 or 6 more yards.
He picked up 4 as it was. Second down and 6. From the 21, here's Oliver. Highsmith in front of him. Oliver can get outside, does. He's got the first down. Heading for the end zone. Touchdown! What a run! A sophomore from Palatka, Florida.
Yeah, he's a sophomore, and he can run all right. He did a lot of this on his own, but watch number 30, Highsmith. He's going to get out in front of him. Oliver's right there with him. All right, Highsmith, wherever you're going, I'm going. Here he comes. He really does not get a block, but now that he didn't have to get a block, he just ran by Eastman again, number 8, and into the end zone.
And that is his first collegiate touchdown, and not many people will forget that, including Darrell Oliver. Cox to try to make this ball game 13-10 Miami. They have recaptured the lead. The kick is perfect, no flag, 6:37 to go. First half, sellout crowd in Tampa. The defending national champions lead the team that has beaten them the last 2 years in a row, 13-10.
You'd love to buy a new house, but you can't find a buyer for the house you're in. So you're trapped, locked in, caught in a house you can't sell. That's why you need the seller's security plan from ERA Real Estate. If we don't sell your house, we'll buy it. There is a difference in real estate companies. ERA Real Estate, a part of the Commercial Credit Financial Network.
Right now, when you buy CertainTeed attic insulation, you'll get more than high-quality, energy-saving fiberglass. You'll also get a $1 rebate. In fact, you'll get $1 back for each of the first 40 rolls of CertainTeed R19 you buy. Of course, an offer this good can't last forever, so look for the CertainTeed Buck-a-Bundle rebate display at participating dealers now. You'll save money, saving energy.
George Graham back in the ESPN Sports Center. We'll have the rest of the football, the baseball, and the tennis at halftime. Then I'll be back with a Chevrolet College Football Report after the game. See you then.
Hey, hold on, man.
That was Highsmith hugging and kissing Darrell Oliver. Oliver should do the same to Highsmith. He threw a couple blocks along the way, but Oliver, for his first collegiate touchdown, a super job, a 21-yard run. Miami's out in front, and this ball is taken in the end zone by Massey and will come out to the 20-yard line. First down and 10. Florida, which now finds itself behind with 6.5 minutes to go in the first half.
Jim, when we look at Highsmith, he really doesn't get that great a block, but he shields Eastman. But watch Oliver now. Here's the man that does most of it. The blocking is in the line of scrimmage. We'll credit those guys with it. Shakespeare got an excellent block, number 6 along the line of scrimmage. But that move there, and watch this last move. That's beautiful. That's over Vernell Brown. And there's Darrell Oliver, his first ever collegiate touchdown.
First down from the 20, and young Kerwin Bell in for Dale Dormady, who went down with a knee this week. He's your quarterback. Anderson and Williams are setbacks. And there's Bell. It looked like a mix-up there. Half a yard. McVeigh on the tackle, but it looked like he went to make a handoff, and there was no one there to hand off.
Well, he didn't get the ball clean from the center, Jim. That was the problem. He fumbled the ball there, and the timing was off on the play, and I think it was supposed to go that time to Neil Anderson.
45 yards is all they had to take it as a result of Bell's fumble. Remember, Fleming recovered. 21 yards by Oliver. Hampton has come back in, and Neil Anderson has gone out of the backfield. Hampton's number 7. He started the game. There's Donald Williams, and Williams gets a couple of yards, and that is all. Hanging on to him is Jerome Brown, number 98, the sophomore.
Number 22, Donald Williams on the carry for the
Jim, Jerome Brown showed me some speed. He got past the offensive lineman, and as soon as he did that, he broke himself right down the line of scrimmage towards the ball carrier and made the tackle. That's good hustle.
Tough situation for Kerwin Bell to be in, and on third down, he's going to take a timeout. 5:23 to go in this first half, and Kerwin Bell out of Day or Mayo High School in Florida is over to talk with his quarterback coaches and the head coach, Charlie Pell. This is just the first, our doubleheader today. BYU came from behind to knock off Pittsburgh, and now is the second half of our doubleheader. You, of course, are watching Miami and Florida, but there's more. On Saturday the 15th, that's our next game. Auburn smarting after what Miami did to them against Texas, and the Longhorns, a solid pick for number 1 themselves. And then on Saturday the 22nd, North Carolina against Boston College. And remember, Doug Flutie's up there. And on the 29th, Navy and Arkansas. Kerwin Bell has the word from the coaching staff and comes back on third down and 6 with the ball at the 23-yard line. Make it the 24.
Made some mistakes, Jim, in the first quarter and a half. The one time, and as you pointed out, you've got to go down when you're running with the ball as a quarterback. He had the first down, just get down to your knees. He didn't do that, fumbled the ball. A couple of miscues from center, but throwing the ball, he looks pretty sharp.
Well, as we pointed out, Paul, Bernie Kosar made his debut in the same game last year up at Gainesville, threw 3 interceptions, and then led his team to the national championship. But he had a rough debut. Third down and 6. The blitz is on. They pick it up, and here's the throw, and the ball is caught by Natil. First down across the 45, and that's the sharpest that Kerwin Bell has looked tonight. Natil with his route helped, but Bell delivered the ball right on the money.
And this is a tough pass to throw. Now watch, I'll tell you why. He is running to his right, Kerwin Bell, number 12, and he's going to throw it back in towards the middle of the field. Natil is right there. Excellent play by Natil to catch the ball, but that ball was right on target.
Ball is at the 46-yard line, and it's first down. 5 minutes to go in the half.
Here we go, here we go.
Second man through. Hampton goes nowhere. Submarined at the line of scrimmage and got out near the 49-yard line.
On the carry,
and that means he did get as much as perhaps 2 or 3 yards. It is second down and long. Don Williams has gone out, and Joe Henderson, an outstanding blocker, has come in.
Correction, make it 2nd and 7.
Matter of fact, Joe Henderson, a little bit of trivia, was born in Wrightsville, Georgia. And you know what other running back was born in Wrightsville, Georgia? A fellow by the name of Herschel Walker. From the 49, second down, and let's call it 7. Kerwin Bell on the far far side and unable to catch the ball is Gary Roll. A high leap for it, but it's third down. Roll is not a big man. He's not small, 5'11", but that ball was simply thrown too high and too far for him to reach. Now it is third and long again. Charlie Pell, under fire this week, has resigned. He asked that he be allowed to stay to the end of the season, but felt that the resignation was necessary because of an ongoing NCAA investigation into football practices at Florida. Third down, 7 to go. Bell looks, Bell. Wow, that was a dangerous pass that was headed for Hampton because Julio Cortez was right there. Had he been able to get it, it would have been 7.
You're absolutely right. Had that ball been on target to Hampton, Cortez, 99, was in perfect field position to pick the ball off and go.
Now that is Dave Nardoni, a transfer out of Maine, now a senior at Florida, who is a man who has got great control with his punch. Not a long kicker, but a man that can angle for the sidelines. Eddie Brown is a man deep, number 40. Remember, Criswell did not get a good kick the last time out. And this, he puts it inside the 20. He's done what he sent it there to do, right down to the 10-yard line. Fine job by Dave Nardoni. And so now Miami, leading in the ball game by the score of 13-10, has the ball back at their own 10-yard line. A little bit less than 4 minutes to go. Nardoni's done a good job out of Andover, Massachusetts. As we said, he went to Maine, but then transferred down to the University of Florida. Just made eligible again this week. Ronnie Kozar back out to guide his team. They're up by 3. There's the score. 3:58 left in the half. And now both Shakespeare and Brown go wide right. Kozar on the handoff. Oliver with another good run. And he's got a first down across the 20-yard line. Upended by Vernell Brown and Jarvis Williams.
Verticelli is going to get a block on the outside. That's excellent blocking out there. Mike Moore is in there, number 50. And look at Oliver. He gets cut down, but he gets another 4 yards, Jim, in the air.
Well, he averaged 1.7 yards on 7 carries last week. Highsmith gained 140 yards. This is Oliver's week so far. Kozar going deep and overthrows everybody. The closest man to him is Shakespeare, and Stacy's with him. Flag there. I don't think anybody could have caught it if he'd shot him on the way down. I just don't know why Flag is thrown with the ball with at least 10 or 15 yards past him.
I hope they have that no harm, no foul rule. But is it a holding penalty, Jim, or pass interference?
Pass interference, which will be 15 yards.
All right, there's Stacy running along with Shakespeare. He does bump him there, Jim, but you're absolutely correct. I don't care.
They're still running and you don't see the ball.
Yeah, if he had jets on his feet, Shakespeare would not have caught the ball. Here's Bernie, and that's calling unloading the ball. We can see right here Stacy moving in and bumping the receiver. Here comes the flag by the official.
They'll move it 15 yards, first down.
This is the new rule.
Pass interference.
Got a first down. Across the 45 to the 47 where Stacy upended it. Darrell Oliver is having a great first half.
Jim, I believe here comes Newton now. They're all blocking in the inside. And I'm not sure if that's coming to Arrow or not. Look at Kozar. All right, Newton says, I'm not going to hit you hard. I'm just going to kind of touch you because I know the official's standing.
John L. Williams, a fullback for Florida, had Oliver as his blocking back in high school. First down. 13-10 Miami. Ball handed off, and Highsmith goes virtually nowhere. Almost as though that's the play that the Gator defense has been waiting for, because Highsmith had the great game against Auburn, and Oliver's been tearing him up going to the outside.
And remember now, Highsmith's most of the yardage that he gained, I think they were on draw plays, and now these are just direct handoffs.
Second down, 9 to go. 2.5 minutes left in the half. Oh, wide open is Woody Smith. That's his 5th catch of the night. That's 9 for the year. First down, 39-yard line, Miami.
I just have the feeling sometimes Cozart, he does not care how many defensive backs are around a receiver. Watch him, he's going to set up. Now he's going to unload. You see that ball come over the top of his shoulder? Morrow caught him that. That's right. Work with him for a whole year.
First down from the 39, second and through. That is Oliver breaking another tackle and getting more yardage from the 39 down to about the 33-yard line, where Greg Cleveland, number 64, made the stop along with Patrick Miller. It'll be second down and short, and Oliver may be looking for a blow along the sideline. Time has been called with 1:47 to go in the half. Well, ESPN is proud to announce its association with the Chevrolet Scholarship Program. ESPN sports commentators, such as Paul and I, will be selecting a Chevrolet Most Valuable Player from each team as part of all of our 1984 football telecasts. And then Chevrolet will honor these selections by donating $1,000 to each college's General Scholarship Fund to help advance the education of deserving students in their chosen fields. Now, this is just the beginning of Chevrolet Scholarship Program's 14th year. We are very pleased to participate in a program that over the years has done so much to promote outstanding collegiate achievements of both students and athletes. The Chevrolet MVPs for tonight's game will be announced later in the broadcast. You see the score there at the half. Florida State 31-3 over East Carolina at the half. Our score here, 13-10, 1:47 to go. Smith now has 6 receptions for 86 yards.
And remember one other thing, Miami will get the ball starting
at the beginning of the second half. Right. They won the toss and refused to take the kickoff in the first half. Miami has won its last 4 games coming from behind the fourth quarter. Winning in the fourth quarter. Second down, Cozart. That time, loops it out for Woody Smith, number 7. Oh, hold it, that's not Smith, that's Warren Williams. Number 24, not 84. But the result's the same. First down at the 19-yard line. Moten and Cork put him down.
Jim, Cozart really knows how to take it off the ball. Now, here comes Williams, number 24, out of the backfield. Gets beyond the linebacker. Watch, he does that. Watch, he's just waiting on a ball. It's like, almost like a punt coming down. Almost dropped the ball, but concentration, kept his eye on the ball, caught it. They got another first down.
Cozart to the other side of the field, and Shakespeare is hit immediately over there, still trying to get up as Ricky Eastman hit him. And it is second down, and about 5 to go. They're going with a hurry-up offense with 1:10 to go. Time is running out, leading by 3. They want 7. Each team has been in great field position, only to be shoved backwards and denied touchdowns. But each team does have 1 touchdown, both on spectacular runs. Cozart throws out, and it is caught, and that is Highsmith.
He's short of first down about a half a yard.
Well, now, decision time. They can take a timeout here. It's third down and about half a yard to go. And they're going to take timeout. They get themselves reorganized with 43 seconds left in a tremendous first half.
Yeah, this is the time you really do take a timeout. The last play they had over 1:10 to play, so they just went up, got the line of scrimmage, got their composure, got together. But now you're sitting at third and a half yard, a little bit more, and then you go back to, because this could be a 2-down situation. They are up by 3. I'd go for 2 downs here, 3rd and 4th, and get that first down. Get the heft.
There's Bernie Cozart. Boardman, Ohio, 6'5", 210, a sophomore. Only sacked 21 times last year. Remember, our next game coming up, as you look at the timeouts remaining, will be on Saturday the 15th. No ESPN Live College Football next week. We take the week off, but then we'll reopen in Memorial Stadium, Austin, Texas. Texas and Auburn. We've had 2 games today. BYU came from behind fourth quarter to knock off Pittsburgh, and you're looking at the score of this second game of the day. That's the game coming up, and that's the time, 7:30 Eastern time.
Jim, this is even down here, this is an excellent play-action pass situation. One of two, that or a roll. Now, I'll probably be wrong, and they'll run the ball, but...
Highsmith and Warren Williams on the setback. Both wide receivers are to the right. They hand the ball off, and that is Warren Williams who's got the first down.
No, he does not, Jim, because they're going to mark it where his knee hit.
Where his knee hit. Where his knee hit, and it's going to be 4th down. Hit the ground and bounced forward.
They're going to go for this on 4th down. That's it. Run the same play. It worked last time.
20 seconds to go and counting, and now timeout. Timeout called on 4th down. Now, maybe Bernie Kosar figured it would not work this time. In any event, he looked up. He's got the timeouts on the board. No more after this. He's used his last. Out in front, 13-10.
Jim
are looking on and talking on.
Jim, the thing too is they're gonna go for the field goal here. Yeah, I think they are. Yeah, because Tootin's in there.
And he is the holder, and Cox will be in there. A reminder of our Chevrolet post-game show once this game is all over with all of the scores. That'll be a nightly feature, our college football report after the game. A rather sparse schedule today, but as you have seen and you have heard, there have been some big games today. This is just the 1st of September, a long, exciting way to go. A sellout crowd at this neutral site, Tampa, Florida, Tampa Stadium, 74,000 plus the announced sellout before the game began. All right, 4th down and inches. Greg Cox, who's not missed in his collegiate career, has a 20-yarder and 29-yarder tonight. They'll try this at 27 yards. Cox kicks and hits. 27-yard field goal, and Miami moves farther out in front, and they lead 16-10 with 16 seconds to go in a half.
Jim, let's just take a look at Cox. It's total concentration. Watch his head and the swing of his foot. You see if his head comes up? No, sir. He'll let the fans tell him. And he knows it. Boy, that is total concentration. A lot of players, young players, will have the tendency to look and see where the ball's going. He does not. He was told to keep his head down. Let the fans tell you. They'll tell you as soon as you hit the ball.
Now, come on. Anybody that has been on a putting green in their life, or maybe on a tee, you know the old saying, when you get on the green and you're putting a golf ball, listen for it to drop. How many of us folks do not listen for it to drop, but look to see if it's going to drop first? And to translate that into the pressure of being a kicker, that does take great concentration.
I do not listen for it to drop because I know it will not. See, I'm a perennial free putter.
Greg Cox, as we said, a parade All-American out of Fort Lauderdale, has now hit on a 45-yarder, a 25-yarder, and tonight a 29, a 20, and a 27-yard field goal. So already he has scored 15 points on field goals alone. And now we'll kick off.
This will be along the ground, and I'm going to explain. Every one of the kickers are kicking from the hash mark, and I'll tell you why.
Chasing the ball down to be picked up by Massey. Massey running the football and almost runs out the clock. We've got 10 seconds showing on the clock as they blow the whistle. Cox got his job done. And now let's see whether Charlie Pell, down by only 6 points, with a freshman quarterback in there, will decide to put the ball in the air or run the clock out.
Watch 41, Eric Ham. Now here, this man is on the suicide squad to kick off. You get away from the blocker. Now you find the ball and you make the tackle. That's what you're supposed to do. Jim, all the kickers are kicking from the hash mark. And that time, Cox quipped the ball towards the middle of the field, but most of the time they're kicking into the corner of the end zone. What they're doing is they're cutting the field into a third, so you really don't have, you have to set up the return the way they want you to return it.
Darwin Bell is going to throw, and does throw long. And reaching up was Ray McDonald, but McDonald couldn't get it. 4 seconds showing on the clock. Tolbert Bain was a man back on coverage. Well, the big plays of this game, no question about it, a 64-yard run by Lorenzo Hampton for Florida's touchdown, and a 21-yard spectacular by Darrell Oliver for Miami's touchdown, plus those field goals. Second down, perhaps the last play of the half. Belton put his knee down. Time is to run out. The first half is over. And Paul, at one time, Miami, which has got the longest winning streak in the nation at 12, fell behind Florida, which has knocked off Miami the last 2 years. But Kozar, who struggled at the beginning, looked good in the second quarter.
I think that's the key to it. He got his composure back and started playing football.
And we'll come back to Tampa, but now it's halftime.
Look how water can destroy unprotected wood, but not if it's protected with Thompson's Water Seal. Use Thompson's Water Seal waterproofer on dozens of surfaces. Brush on Thompson's for an invisible barrier that helps prevent water from entering and damaging brick, wood, and concrete. Your house isn't really protected until it's protected with Thompson's Water Seal. Many stores now have special values on Thompson's Water Seal.
We had our show. I was the swan.
Really? Then you got a right to chicken done right.
I make it tender, juicy, every bite.
I make fresh, hot biscuits.
And tasty, fresh coleslaw.
You got a right to chicken done right.
Nobody makes chicken like we do with the Colonel's secret blend of herbs and spices.
It's finger looking good.
Kentucky Fried Chicken, we do chicken right.
The Cavalry Scout. His job was to lead, to know the territory, to bring protection to people and property. That's why today the Cavalry Scout is the symbol of the independent agents who sell Kemper Insurance. They're people you can count on to provide quality Kemper protection for your home, auto, life, or business. Look us up in the Yellow Pages. Once you compare Kemper, you'll ride with us.
Today, your engine can rev twice as fast, twice as hard as engines past. Smaller engines, higher tack. Get the two-stage filter from Lee and fight back.
Lee two-stage Maxi Filter with 2 stages. A second filter on top of the first for the kind of protection your engine demands.
Lee two-stage. 'Cause your engine can work twice as hard.
Halftime is being brought to you by the Sharp Electronics Corporation. From sharp minds come sharp products. And by Michelob, some things speak for themselves. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Sports Center. I'm Gail Gardner. We are at halftime of the game between Miami and Florida, the defending national champion Miami Hurricanes, leading by the score of 16-10. We have some other things to bring you up to date on. First of all, the college football season got underway earlier today here on ESPN, and it was quite a show. At Pitt Stadium, the BYU Cougars rallied from an 11-point deficit behind junior quarterback Robbie Bosco to beat the Pitt Panthers. The final was 20-14. Pick it up in the second quarter, 3-0 BYU. Pitt has 4th and goal at the 2. They go for the touchdown. John Kajemi pitches to Mark Bailey, but he is stopped just short of the goal line. 3-0 BYU at the half. Third quarter, Pitt comes out strong defensively. Robbie Bosco back to pass over the middle. This one is picked off by Bill Callahan. He returns it 79 yards down the right sideline for the score. Nobody could catch up with him. The point after was good, and Pitt out on top 7-3. After another
sellout crowd live from Tampa, Florida. Now this will not be taken by Clemens. Rather is taken by Kim Tom, who gets it back upfield. David is a sophomore out of Satellite Beach, Florida, back as one of the up men, and the flag is down on the play at the 15-yard line. It's against Miami, so as Florida started out in the hole in the first half, so Miami will start out in the hole in the second half. Curtis Stacy off the field, looking back as though who, me? It wasn't he. Maybe he's the one that got hit out there. In any event, Bill Nelson is talking things over, and that is our referee, Buddy Ward, who will tell us after he steps it off. Kozar has had in the backfield Highsmith, Williams, and Oliver, and Bratton.
Clip on the run back. First down.
Miami leading 16-10 will start from their own 8-yard line. Ed Brown, number 40, comes to the left. Stanley Shakespeare, number 6, goes to the right. And Willie Smith, with 6 coaches, is on the right side as a tight end. Kozar checking off, and it drew a man offside. Looked like Tommy Duhart, the freshman out of Belle Glade, Florida, jumped offside. Kozar will do a tremendous amount of checking off at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, we talked to Jimmy Johnson about Kozar. Now, he was a redshirt freshman, so actually it's his 3rd year, but not playing, starting for the team, that's for sure. It's only been 2 years. But Kozar, they give him the play from the sideline.
On the defense. First down.
They give him the play from the sideline, and it's up to him to check off. And when he checks off, that puts everything on hold, and they go on an automatic count after that.
First down and 5 to go. Eases the pain a little bit. Here comes Highsmith, and Highsmith gets across the 15 to about the 18-yard line, and Tim Newton, number 56, all 280 pounds of him, the national champions, and the flashing lights saying they are number 1. Well, you can't dispute it, even though they said that Auburn would be number 1 this year. They've taken care of Auburn. And they've got the schedule getting Auburn and Florida and Michigan in the first 3 weeks to climb in the standings if they should win these. Bertolucci, Comediero, Sinclair, Ward, outstanding offensive guard, and Heffernan, front 4 in front of those backs and receivers, and Bernie Kozar, Duhart, Newton, Ellison, the front 3 for Florida. Johnson, Corp, Armstrong, and Miller, the linebackers, Eastman and Williams, the corners, and Sybil McBroom on the safeties. 3rd down and that much to go. At game time tonight, it was 87 degrees. Humidity was 64%. Obviously, the temperature has dropped a bit as the sun has disappeared. But the humidity is not. Brown left and Shakespeare right. I formation. Looking for inches, remember. On 2nd down, and Kozar is going to throw, and is going to go deep for Brown. It'll be a battle, and he was actually grabbed by Vernell Brown. And that'll be a 15-yard penalty and first down. Brown just grabbed him because Brown, the other Brown, was playing the ball perfectly, and Vernell, I don't think, knew where it was, and so he just grabbed the receiver.
No, Eddie Brown is trying to adjust to his pattern as he cut back to the inside. Vernell Brown grabbed him. There was no question about it. That's grabbing. That's pass interference against the defense. But, you know, Jim, now take a look at it here. You're going to see Eddie Brown, see him adjust to the ball. He's going to go back on the inside. When he does that, Vernell Brown just grabs him. Not only that, grabbed him by the face mask. And Eddie Brown almost had a chance to catch the ball. Jim, again, I must repeat, and you and I have talked about this rule. And it is in the United States Football League this year. And I really and truly enjoy the rule because it saves the game. Someone laying a bomb up in the end zone and getting the ball at the 1-yard line. Anything over 15 yards comes back, and it's a 15-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage.
And it is a first down from the 33-yard line. 16-10 Miami, early 3rd quarter. Kozar and Highsmith goes straight ahead across the 35-yard line of the 36. And Mark Corp, we have called his name and number 59 quite a few times tonight. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7. Highsmith not spotlighted tonight, as is Darrell Oliver, the tailback.
Well, they got away from that draw play, and they're just handing the ball straight off to Highsmith now, but Oliver's demanding seems to be able to get to the outside.
Kozar. Late, oh, look at this, Willie Smith. There's catch number 7, and that's another first down. And look out, I hope Willie's okay back among the stands. Grabbing his left leg, he could have taken quite a bump against that bench there.
Look at Ian Sinclair playing over top of Tim Newton. And I detect holding. All right, here it is. And watch how nicely Kozar just lays the ball out to Willie Smith. When he goes through, he hits the bench, but he's all right.
Kozar handing off, and Oliver this time just does not get out there. As Newton and Armstrong tripped him up, and if he's all right. I hope he's all right. He looks like he's ready to get up. They're working on just to make sure before the alarm. Well, Chris Hembro will replace him, number 88, a junior out of Springfield, Illinois. It is second down and 9 to go. Clock showing 13:15 to go, third quarter. Bogart again, gets out of the pressure, still under it, gets the ball away, and it is caught. What a quarterback job. Corp was all over the receiver. And that was Darrell Oliver.
He may be a sophomore, but I'll tell you what, you look at the composure of this young man. All right, he's getting the rush from the outside. Going to duck back into the inside again, and when he does that, he finds a man open. Well, look at the ball, Jim. Didn't waver at all. Just hit Oliver right in the numbers, and they've got about a half yard for a first down.
On third down. Highsmith, they're offside, but they got the first down anyway. Now the Miami offense primarily has been Kozar to Shakespeare and Brown to the tight end Willie Smith, and here's the offside penalty. And they've been using the fullback as their top runner with, believe it or not, the tailbacks, normally they're blockers and not used that much. Tonight they've gone away from that, and Oliver, the tailback, along with Williams and Bratton have been featured, and Highsmith has hardly been featured at all, the fullback.
And I'll talk about that in a second. We're going to take a look at this offensive line. I'll watch them all off at the same time. Perfect timing. They get to the defensive backs, and here comes Highsmith over the top. Again, Jim, you're right, he had the first down. But see, Florida, they knew that they're going to run that quick thrust, so they're going to key on Highsmith and a guy 140 yards. So now what you do is you change up your offense and throw them off guard a little bit. Now we go to the halfback this next game.
First down from the 40. Florida hasn't had the football in the second half yet. Kozar got his man open. That is Highsmith still on his feet and inside the 30-yard line and a first down. Armstrong holding on for dear life. And Alonzo Highsmith, the sophomore of Miami. Remember, Oliver and Highsmith, both the sophomore.
Jim, he's wide open, first of all, Highsmith. But just watch this now. He's going to be tackled right there. That's Sybil, number 25. But his leg drive never stops. And for you young high school players, watch these backs. That is the one thing you must maintain is your leg drive if you want to get away from anyone.
First down, 16-10 Miami. The Hurricanes on the move inside the 30. Third quarter. Kozar flagged down, Oliver down also as he gets to the line of scrimmage, and that's about all. And that tackle was made by Scott Armstrong again, number 57.
It's going to be offside, Florida.
And that's what it is. Florida a little anxious on defense. They had quite a linebacker there last year by the name of Wilbur Marshall. Was he a player? And is he a player?
Oh, yes, indeed.
By the way, Willie Smith is back in the ball game for Miami Followers. First and 5 from the 25. Charlie Pell looking on, his team trying to hold on. They trail by 6.
The one thing that he needed for momentum for his football team to turn it around, if there is such a thing, and that was to stop Miami. And they had him in a great position at the 8, and here they are down inside the 25.
Ed Brown leading the way. This is Oliver, makes a good cut inside, another good cut. He's got the first down, he's inside the 10. Tremendous run by Darrell Oliver, who has a touchdown at 21 yards already.
Jim, it is a great run. No kidding about that. But Highsmith again. Look at number 30, and I hope he stays on our screen with us. Watch what this man does, Highsmith. You're going to see a block right at the bottom of your screen, right there, that knocks not only one man down, number 2 White, Adrian White, but also a second man. And then there's Oliver taking the ball inside the 10.
First and goal from the 8-yard line. Miami looking to get its biggest lead of the night. Wow, not much there for Highsmith. And you can see Newton there. And Bill Nelson there, an inside linebacker, number 49, and Tommy Duhart.
Nelson, Miller, and Newton. Take a look at it. Here's what it's like hitting a hole or getting hit. That was Newton, number 56, that hit him first in that hole, and Highsmith knew it.
Second down, the ball at the 7-yard line, goal to go. 10:20 left in this third quarter. Kozar fakes once. Oh, he's got a lot of room to run. He can run for the sidelines and the goal line and does not have the speed to make it. He had a lot of room, but he took the long angle to get away from everybody. And the speedier defensive backs, led by White, came up to knock him down. And there's a man down on the goal line on the near side of the field. He's a Florida Gator. And it looks like it's Scott Armstrong, a linebacker. 10 minutes to go, third quarter. Miami leading by 6 and threatening to make it more.
Bronco 2 never made it. S10 Blazer 4x4 never made it. No four-wheeler ever made it. Until the new Jeep Cherokee Sport Wagon became the first to win all 3 4x4 of the Year awards. And Jeep Cherokee has more horsepower per pound than Blazer, and higher mileage than both. And only Cherokee has a choice of 2 or 4 doors and room for 5. Get triple award-winning Cherokee performance or the luxury of the new Wagoneer, only in a Jeep.
Billy Margolis hated to paint. Then he found Easy Roller, the roller that feeds itself automatically. Now Billy paints a room in no time. No messy pans. He just fills the Easy Roller tank once in a while and keeps on rolling. Room after room. It's fast and it's easy.
Hey, Mitch. Mitch, do you have a room I could paint?
College Football 84 is brought to you by Jeep Corporation. There's a feeling you can get only in a Jeep. And by Easy Painter, the company that brought you the One Coater paint applicator and the new Easy Roller automatic paint roller. And by Sears, where you'll find great values. There's more for your life at Sears. Third down, goal to go from the 3. Florida took timeout as Miami came out to the line of scrimmage.
They just wanted to regroup. I don't know whether is Armstrong off the field or not. When he got hurt, it was on away from the plate. That time, when Bernie Kosar had the run, he was trying to hit number 40, Eddie Brown. And Florida read it so well, they had 4 defenders over there on Eddie Brown and 1 on Shakespeare. But Bernie, as you said when he was running, he can throw the ball, he can maneuver in small areas, Jim, but when he really has to leg it out, that's the question.
And, well, Florida has now gained 181 yards from Miami's 300 yards in total offense. Third down and goal to go. Kozar is going to be sacked. Kozar is sacked. Miller did it. Patrick Miller came in from the left side. And they're going to have to settle for a field goal.
Look to the left of your screen. Oliver moves over to help out, but here comes Miller, and Kozar just turned at the last second. No chance. Williams, 52, was also there. But now they're going to go for another field goal.
It would be the 4th of the night for Greg Cox. This one will be about 25 yards. Oh, might touch over to the 24-yard line area. Cox tries again, and for the 4th time tonight, he's got another field goal. And the score is now 19-10 with 9:02 to go, third quarter, Miami lead.
Can you feel it? There's a feeling you can get only in a Jeep.
If you want to do work like an expert, it helps to have the mind of a craftsman.
Sears Craftsman electronic power tools are so advanced, they practically think for themselves. Their microprocessor memories and electronic sensors give you more precision, more control, and the same quality that's made Craftsman bench power and hand tools America's best sellers.
There's more for your life at Sears.
Saturday, September 15th, Heisman Trophy candidate Bo Jackson leads Auburn against Texas live. It's a battle of preseason #1 picks, only on ESPN.
Miami held the football for nearly 6 minutes, but came away with 3 points after the big sack by Patrick Miller, Bonnie Kosar. And Cox kicked his 4th field goal and will now kick off. And Florida gets its hands on the football for the first time in this half. And that looks like Henderson. The fullback who gets out across the 25-yard line to the 27. And now it will be up to Kerwin Bell to try to bring them back. As you can see, nearly 6 minutes off the clock. They moved the ball 84 yards before the Cox 4th field goal of the day. Neil Anderson has come in to join John L. Williams. Now, the Florida game primarily is a running game, but everybody admitted from Gainesville that they've got to throw a little bit if they're to make their running game go. Let's see how Kerwin Bell and company attacked this midway the 3rd quarter, down by 9. Well, 1 setback only. And that is their fullback, John L. Williams, and he picks up about 7 yards. That is not a new look for Florida, but it is certainly the first time we've seen that look tonight. They took the other setback and put him out as a flanker with the 2 wide receivers to the other side.
Jeff Zimmerman, 314 pounds, and he's going to block on Fleming. Watch this. Look at Fleming and Zimmerman.
Fleming's 224, you know. He's a small man.
That's the old retreat trick. I need some help.
2nd down and 2 to go from the 35-yard line. First man through is John L. Williams, and he doesn't go anywhere. And that's Joe Colbrand making the stop along with Bruce Fleming. Williams, a 222-pound junior out of Palatka. And if that sounds familiar, remember he went to school with Darrell Oliver, who was a running star tonight for Miami in Palatka.
Jim, I can bet in 1 half of football and almost halfway through the 3rd quarter that Florida has not gained more than 6 or 7 yards up the middle all night.
3rd down and 3 to go. And Kerwin Bell, the freshman's going to have to throw, and overthrows his man. A flag going down. Yes, right in front of him. Natil is there, and I think it was Julio Cortez, number 99, who's going to be called, dropping off from his defensive end position. I'm glad that he did something. You know, you go through books and try to find out something interesting about these players to talk about them. You know the note of Julio Cortez. Let's watch, and then I'll give you the note.
All right, here's Natil. Just a short. All he wants to do is get beyond the 1st down marker. No, you can't do that, Cortez.
Now, let me give you my note. You know my note about Julio Cortez? His father was the first man ever to bring a car to the Canary Islands. That was in 1930. Now, that is a note that I dragged out of the Miami University book. Isn't that something? First down from a 39-yard line. 19-10 Miami. First down Florida. Cortez's parents both, as Neil Anderson carries the ball, both from the Canary Islands. John McVay, who had such a good first half, and as he charged up, makes the stop. It'll be 2nd down and just about 10 to go.
Well, we were talking about Miami at the beginning with their defense. They said we only had 2 days really to practice, and that was just to get the kinks out and get these guys back to work. And I will say one thing Jimmy Johnson said to us is we really don't know what we're going to do on defense, but whatever they come out and they try to do, we have the people we feel that can adjust to it, and they've done that very well, I think.
His words were, we have a defensive package. 2nd down and nearly 11. And here's that set again, and they pitch it back again to Williams again, and McVay again makes the stop. We had not seen that set that I recall in the first half, and now we've seen it 2 times in this drive where they take one of the setbacks and set it out as a flanker. And now it'll be 3rd down and 4 to go from the 45-yard line. Clock is running, 6:25 to go, 3rd quarter. Miami up by 9, trying to win its 2nd game in a row. Florida does not have an easy time. They go home next Saturday to play LSU. And they're saying some things about those Tigers from the Bayous, that they're very good this year. Third down, and that is Henderson for the first down, and he's got it. Henderson ran for the sidelines, goes out of bounds at the 48-yard line.
Neal Anderson, we have not seen that much of him this evening, and we know that he is an explosive back. And I think it's the same case with Highsmith was with Neal Anderson, that knowing that Miami will be keying him because he is their strongest runner, and so they'll go away from him and go to John L. Williams and to Joe Henderson and Hampton.
They move the sticks to first down. Formation a lot, aren't they? Here's Kerwin Bell coming out, firing out here, and knocked out of bounds by Calhoun is Francis Neal, Frankie Neal, number 21, out of Okeechobee, Florida, sophomore.
Well, Calhoun played that very well. What they do with Frankie Neal, he comes out and he swings back and he loops back in the backfield about 6 or 7 yards. He is the outlet man for Bell, for Kerwin Bell, and when he threw the ball, Calhoun didn't drop off. He just moved up on his man, and there was a loss of 1.5 yards.
On his second down and about 12 from the 49-yard line. There's Kerwin Bell, surprise starter to himself. He was told earlier in the week that Dorminey, the man who won the job, went down with a knee. There's Bell, and he's got a receiver, and that is Odom, the tight end. Walter Odom, the sophomore out of Miami, makes the stop, but again, that is shy of the first down.
First time this evening they go to Odom. Now watch Odom coming off, and that's McVay, 93. They've got a linebacker covering one-on-one on the tight end Odom. Good play. They picked up about 8 yards on the play because it was 2nd and 11 and a half. Now they've got 3 to go.
Frankie Neal goes wide to the left. McDonald is to the right. It is 3rd down and 3, and Hampton gets away from one tackler and has the first down. Hampton did a tremendous job.
Jim, the first man that hit him was Bruce Fleming, number 58, the linebacker, and Hampton just kept that leg drive. We keep talking about that, but it's so important. Watch it. Here comes Fleming. He hits him, but his legs never stop moving. And if you do that, you can just throw people away.
Ball is on the 37-yard line, just inside that 19-10 Miami, and now it is Florida's turn to move. There's Lorenzo Hampton, 82 yards in just 6 carries. And again, they go to their running game, and again, that is John L. Williams, their fullback.
Williams around the right side.
One out of bounds at the 33, let's make it the 32-yard line.
In Florida, when they're on the other hash mark, they're running into the weak side left. And when they're on this hash mark right side, they're running weak side right. What they're doing is they're taking 2 wide receivers and putting them to the wide side of the field, playing the tight end and the halfback who is in a slot position where they're getting the blocking. They're taking the overshifted defense and running into the weak side, and it's working well for them.
2nd down, 5 to go, and there's Hampton bouncing outside. Fine tackle across the way by number 98, Jerome Brown, the sophomore out of Brooksville of Hampton.
Charlie Bell shaking his hand.
3rd down. And about 5 to go for the first down. 4:10 left in the 3rd quarter. Miami by 9. Gators have defeated the Hurricanes in each of the last 2 years. Kerwin Bell, there's a flag down, but the ball is caught by Odom. His 2nd catch of the night, enough for the first down, but a flag went down, remember.
It will be Miami offside, I believe. But again, we have a linebacker. This time, instead of McVay, it's Fleming that was covering Odom.
They'll take the first down. Now Kerwin Bell has done an outstanding job of moving this ball club down the field, and Jimmy Johnson is nervous about it. He said he felt more concerned about this game than Auburn because he didn't know what Florida would do. Auburn, he knew about Bo Jackson.
That's absolutely true. He shut Bo Jackson down. Well, Bo Jackson still gained, what, 93 yards in the game. I guess that's shutting it down.
Well, you got to remember that was last. They're going to refuse that, take the first down. That was last Monday night.
The defense decline. First.
Jimmy Johnson said that they flew all night Monday night to get home. Got on Tuesday morning. On Wednesday, as you look at the attendance, 72,813. On Wednesday, he said it was difficult to get his players to move. They were still sore from the Monday night game. And here they are on Saturday night playing football. First down. And Florida is putting the pressure on. Erwin Bell, and that is a run by Neil Anderson, and Anderson gets inside the 25-yard line. Colbrand and Calhoun hanging on as the clock ticks down. This crowd tonight, by the way, is the second largest in Tampa Stadium history. I love when they give you a note like that. What was the largest?
The rock concert, Willie Nelson.
Pick up a few yards for the 2nd and 8.
Sounds good to me.
Ball spotted on the University of Miami.
Second down, and 8 to go. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. They sent Anderson out wide to the left, and the two flankers are to the right.
Go!
Good run, still on his feet. Look at him go. That is John L. Williams, the fullback, and that is another first down. Florida inside the 10-yard line. Fullington finally pulled him down.
We have not had a chance to talk about the best offensive lineman, Lomas Brown, number 75. Just watch this. He just cuts down the defensive lineman, Cameron, 64. And they break it inside. But Williams, it looks like he stopped right here. Take a look at it. And then he breaks to the outside. Bain, number 18, is the man that's going to actually save a touchdown. Or no, excuse me, that's Fullington, number 19.
Florida's doing what they do very well. Run the football, control the football. First down at the 8-yard line. They trail by 9 yards. Running again is Neil Anderson, and he gets down to about the 5-yard line. Second down and goal to go. Clock running out in the third quarter, and Miami is being run on by Florida.
Trailing by 9 yards.
Did I say that?
Yeah, like that.
That's one. By 9 points.
That's 9 yards, though. I mean, that's close. They were at almost 9 yards out of the end zone.
The Florida Gators, they have not lost to this ball club in the last 2 meetings. They'd like to make it 3 in a row. They're certainly doing their best right now. That's Neal, the man in motion. Erwin Bell being chased and run with the football, puts it in the end zone, knocked away on a fine play by number 90, Victor Morris, dropping off. Intended for Odom, the tight end. Morris made an outstanding play.
You've got to appreciate the play that Morris did make, Jim, because here comes Bell out, and this ball is fired on the run, running straight ahead. The pressure's on. That's Calhoun, too. And Victor Morris just had no chance to intercept it. He just dives in front of the football. Watch this ball. This thing is zipped. Here it comes. There's Morris right there. Odom behind him. Third down.
That's the same kind of dive Calhoun had to save the game with Nebraska in the Orange Bowl to deflect the 2-point conversion. Erwin Bell, look out! On the blitz, Bruce Fleming. He had 3 receivers going to the left. They're all covered, and Fleming came in and put him down. And the hurricane warnings are up.
Jim, all evening long, Miami on third down in long situations. They've only been sending 3 people, the linemen. This time they just took Fleming, shot him through the gap. Erwin Bell had no chance to get rid of the ball. Now we've got a 31-yard field goal coming up.
By Bobby Raymond, who has kicked a 45-yarder. Griswold to hold. From 31 yards out, nobody's missed tonight. Florida gets back on the board. Good drive, 46 seconds to go, third quarter, 19-13 Miami.
Bronco 2 never made it. S10 Blazer 4x4 never made it. No four-wheeler ever made it. Until the new Jeep Cherokee Sport Wagon became the first to win all 3 4x4 of the Year awards. And Jeep Cherokee has more horsepower per pound than Blazer, and higher mileage than both. And only Cherokee has a choice of 2 or 4 doors and room for 5. Get triple award-winning Cherokee performance or the luxury of the new Wagoneer, only in a Jeep.
Oh, goodbye, good old Head & Shoulders. Gotta use new, improved Head & Shoulders. Come on, what makes this better than this?
Controls dandruff better than ever.
What's to improve? All right, it's richer. And it smells nice. Hey, really nice. Improved? It's great.
Hey, your hair looks gorgeous.
Yeah, well, always knew I'd like it better anyway.
New improved Head & Shoulders in regular and conditioning formulas.
College football, the All-American game.
Tomorrow, ESPN brings you 4 fantastic fights featuring Roberto Duran and Ray Mancini. Our Super Bout series will knock you out. Tomorrow.
We have 46 seconds to go, third quarter. There have been but 2 drives. One of nearly 6 minutes by Miami, and then one of nearly 9 minutes by Florida. The up-back Kintai takes it and gets it out to the 24-yard line, and Miami takes over. 41 seconds to go. We are in the third quarter. It's 19-13 Miami. And now Kozar and company come back and try to get a drive of their own started.
For years, this town was the most popular tourist destination in America. Jim Redford wants it to be that way again. So he led the effort to create a unified convention bureau to bring back the tourists and in the process create thousands of new jobs all over Dade County. For 10 years, Jim Redford has been watching out for your interests on the Dade County Commission. Keep him there on September 4th.
20 ways to eat McDonald's Chicken McNuggets for dinner.
First you pick it up, then you dip it in. Then you lift it up, then you pop it down. Pick it up, dip it in, lift it up, pop it down. Bite, taste, taste, triple dipperoo. Winding up, winding down, carrying through. Stack it to you, pump it to you, nibble, nibble, bite. Dip a little, dip a lot, tasty, tasty, so light. Ooh, sweet and sour, hot mustard, barbecue or honey. Chicken, 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 chicken McNuggets.
It's a good time for the great taste of McDonald's.
Pick it up, dip it in, lift it up, pop it down.
Miami with 12 in a row victories, longest winning streak in the nation. They've stopped Auburn, who had a 10-game streak last week, trying to extend their own streak to 13. First down, 24. Last seconds, third quarter. Kozar 17 of 22 for 200 yards. Hands the ball off this time to Highsmith, and Highsmith drives out some yards. And we click the clock below the 30-second mark in the third quarter. You know the game is going to come down to the wire. Florida in here in the shadow of the resignation by the coach, Charlie Pell, apparently effective at the end of the season. It could happen before then. And with Dale Dorminey, their number 1 quarterback, down, surgery on Wednesday and out, and a freshman by the name of Kerwin Bell starting. But still, they're just 6 points down as the third quarter is about to end.
Yeah, and they're not going to run a play. They didn't have to. The clock started with 23 seconds.
Okay, we'll run it out. 2-1. And this third quarter is over. 15 minutes of play remain, and the ball game is still up for grabs. Florida at the moment trailing Miami by 6 points.
Billy Margolis hated to paint. Then he found Easy Roller, the roller that feeds itself automatically. Now Billy paints a room in no time. No messy pans. He just fills the Easy Roller tank once in a while and keeps on rolling. Room after room. It's fast and it's easy.
Hey, Mitch, do you have a room I could paint? Huh?
New Easy Roller. It might make painting fun. Available at Sears.
Announcing Sears Automotive and Hardware Sale. Save 10 to 35% on selected tires. Weather handler steel belted radials as low as 4 for $99. Save over 50% on these oil filters, just 99 cents. This Craftsman 99-piece tool set, now $88. This Craftsman circular saw or router, both half price, now $49.99. Hurry in for hundreds of savings now.
There's more for your life at Sears.
You'd love to buy a new house, but you can't find a buyer for the house you're in. So you're trapped, locked in, caught in a house you can't sell. That's why you need the seller's security plan from ERA Real Estate. If we don't sell your house, we'll buy it. There is a difference in real estate companies. ERA Real Estate, a part of the Commercial Credit Financial Network.
Maalox, America's #1 antacid for excess acid and heartburn, plus the #1 reliever of painful gas pressure, are now in new handy roll packs of Maalox Plus tablets. Maalox Plus gives you 1, relief of excess acid and heartburn, and 2, relief of painful gas. That's Maalox Plus tablets for relief of excess acid and heartburn, plus relief of painful gas. Try Maalox Plus with a great Swiss cream flavor. 1-2 acid gas relief, any way you want it.
Welcome back to Tampa Stadium. I'm Jim Central, Paul McGuire. We begin the fourth quarter. Jimmy Johnson, Charlie Pell looking on. 6-point difference in the game. Second down 6 for Miami, and Kozar back to throw. Kozar, a diving catch by Willie Smith again. He has doubled his output of a week ago.
Willie Smith had just ran an under pattern, went all the way across underneath the linebackers. And the one thing he did not do at that point, though, he did not get to the first down marker. He got, out of the 6 yards, he got 5 of it. And when the knee hits, that's it. So they've got about a yard, maybe a yard and a half to go.
They take out their 2 wide receivers and bring in 3 tight ends. Oh, no. That's going to cost them 5 yards. That's going to cost them, instead of 3rd down and inches, it's going to be 3rd down and 5 yards and some inches. And so Shakespeare and Brown come back in. A legal procedure. We would like to say that we at ESPN are very happy with our new association with the CFA, the College Football Association, and their television package. What a package we've begun today with BYU coming from behind in the fourth quarter to beat Pittsburgh at our 19-13 game of the night. We got a lot more left.
Start on the offense. 3rd down.
Beautiful schedule in September, don't we?
Oh, Auburn and Texas. Doug Flutie at Boston College. Arkansas and Navy, and Napoleon McCallum, their fine running back. 3rd down, 5 yards and some inches. Kozar gets the ball off 1 foot, and it's not enough. Intended for Willie Smith. Had to rush the throw. It was actually had 1 leg high in the air, Kozar did, as he let the ball go. And now Florida, which had the ball for 8.5 minutes on a drive that culminated in a field goal, will get the ball back. And Charlie Pell is glad about that.
They ran a blitz, a full-scale blitz that time, but Kozar came right up the middle, and the backs did not pick up the linebackers.
Rick Tootin with Ricky Nateel deep. Good kick, good kick. Nateel back inside the 20 to about the 17. He's got a wall. He's got some running room, runs into his own man, but gets out to the 39-yard line. 13:47 to go. They're down by 6, but the Gators have the football.
Today's cars do things yesterday's cars didn't.
Please fasten seatbelt.
Their smaller, higher revving engines can break down an oil's viscosity within 1,500 miles. The tests show Castrol suffers no significant breakdown of viscosity even after 5,000 miles. So listen to your car.
Exceeding recommended RPM.
It may be telling you something. Castrol, engineered for smaller cars.
With all their space-age technology, most microwave ovens still cook too many things unevenly. Undercooked here, overcooked there. A problem you won't have with the Sharp Carousel 2 convection microwave, thanks to Sharp's turntable design that cooks food evenly at every turn. After all, what's the point of owning a microwave if it can't even do the little things right? Sharp Carousel 2 microwave ovens. From sharp minds come sharp products.
College Football 84 is brought to you by Michelob Light, an exceptional light beer with a rich, smooth taste. And by Castrol, motor oil engineered for today's smaller, higher revving engines. 13 minutes, 47 seconds left in the game. The ball is the 39-yard line. Florida down by 6, but have the football First down. Hampton and Williams are your setbacks. And this is Hampton. Hampton got near the 40-yard line, but Winston Moss, a sophomore out of Miami, number 92, rose up to meet him.
He rose up to meet him, but he had some help from Bruce Fleming, number 58. That time they nailed Hampton.
8 rushes for 83 yards. Remember, after tonight, and we've got a lot of tonight to be thinking about, Miami goes to Michigan. Florida goes home to play LSU. Doesn't get easier. Not for the foreseeable future, at least. There's Kerwin Bell. Kerwin Bell underthrows his man. And getting up, we can see that's Walter Odom, the tight end. George Myra Jr. was on him. And it's third down at about 9.
That play there, Odom came underneath the linebackers again. That looked like the play that Miami just ran in their last drive with Willie Smith. And then you've got Bell comes back into the same thing with Odom.
Frankie Neal goes wide to the right. McDonald to the left. Throwing situation for Kerwin Bell. Drills it and then coming back for it and making the catch across the way is Frankie Neal. And that's the first down at the 44-yard line of Florida. And no, there are no flags on the play.
Jim, and that time Kerwin Bell, as he rolled out, he turned his body upfield to throw the football. And hit Neal on the numbers.
They say about Kerwin Bell that maybe the largest crowd he ever played before tonight was 2,000. There are about 71,000 more than that here tonight. Bell, and there's John L. Williams. He's got a hole, and he's very close to a first down. Ridden out by Greg Jones, number 27. Well, this is a night for the gentleman from Palatka, John L. Williams, and Darrell Oliver. They're both having good nights.
And here they go running right back into the short side of the field again. They're getting the linebackers on the defense to overshift towards the wide side of the field, and they're running back into the short side.
Bell is 11 for 21, 115 yards. Second down and about a foot. First one through, Williams, easy first down, inside the 30-yard line, down to about the 27. Bruce Fleming, number 58, tripped him up. But Florida using the running game more and more. That's their strength. Have had a couple of good drives tonight.
John L. Williams. Now watch the strength of this young man. Not only that, but the balance. There he's hit in the middle by Fleming. Watch this. And he still picks up about 3 yards afterwards.
19-13 touchdown conversion could put Florida back in the lead. We've got 12 minutes left in the game. Somebody yelling pass to Kerwin Bell across the middle, and he's got it. Still on his feet. It's the Teal, and he'd lost the football, and Miami jumps on it.
Oh, Jim, they were so close.
Calhoun, the man with the big play, but Natil had it, took a shot, and dropped the football. Ricky is only 179.
Look at this pass. Here's the pass to Natil, but he gets drilled in the secondary by Willie Martinez, number 28. And the ball is still rolling around, and all of a sudden Calhoun comes up with a big play.
Miami stopped them, but have the ball at their own 1-yard line. They lead by 6 here in the fourth quarter.
Some people make a lot of noise about truck deals, and some give you special effects. But Mitsubishi gives you real value. During the Mitsubishi Summer Special, limited-time factory incentives can mean real savings for you on a rugged new Mitsubishi Mighty Max pickup. The only trick is getting there before they're all gone. See your participating Mitsubishi Motors dealer now.
Okay, I'm changing the strategy. I just made a Michelob Light for the winners.
Michelob Light for the winner.
Would a bunch of guys really play this hard for a beer? Well, it is Michelob Light, the rich, smooth taste you can compare to any beer you like.
Michelob Light for the winner.
You know what I like most about winning this game? What? The trophy.
Michelob Light.
Saturday, September 15th, Heisman Trophy candidate Bo Jackson leads Auburn against Texas live. It's a battle of preseason #1 picks, only on ESPN.
First down, the Hurricanes of Miami on their own 1-yard line. Calhoun coming up with a big play after Mathieu dropped the football when hit hard by the Hurricane defense. There have been 2 fumbles. The Miami's recovered both of them. Kosar gets a yard, maybe, and it's second down. A lot of finger pointing going out there. And Roger Sybil steps in to point a finger at somebody.
Well, Jim, at the end of the play, when you have a defensive back and it's all stacked up, to come running from 15 yards back and dive into the pile, I don't know if it was Sybil or Vernell Brown, number 4, but, you know, that's uncalled for.
Second down, 9 to go from just over the 1-yard line. Both of these teams have outstanding kicking games. Both can get out of trouble with their kickers. Kosar, Highsmith, and Highsmith gets near the 4, and then it's wrestled back. Hard hitting down there. Hard hitting. Third down. And about 7. Jimmy Johnson, they stopped Florida's drive, but unless they get here, Florida gets the ball back, and they've been able to move it very, very well.
All right, let's take a look at Highsmith. We talked about his power and his drive. Now watch, he sees nothing outside and cuts back in. He's hit it to 3, gets it to the 4.
Little face mask there.
There's face mask in there. But now they've got Miami. They put in their wide receivers, Shakespeare and Brown.
It is third down and 7. Kosar from his end zone gets it out here, and all by himself, guess who? We'll give you 3 guesses. All number 84, Willie Smith.
Willie's got the first down if they mark it where I think they're going to mark it.
He's got it.
You've got a quarterback like Kosar in a line that blocks as well as their offensive line. You let him go back and throw the football. And here comes Kosar. He looks out to his left, and then he'll find big number 84, Willie Smith, sitting right out here. Catch the ball first, now sees where the first down marker is, and gets it.
His 9th catch for better than 100 yards, 108 for Willie Smith. That's his 13th catch of the year in less than 2 games for a tight end. Miami momentarily out of trouble. Oh, now, Willie Smith is the man that jumped offside. When a Florida man moves, Smith started.
I really don't know how they can hear anything down there, the way this crowd is yelling and screaming, and you're right in the end zone where the Florida people are.
Someone said before the game, when have you ever been to a home game? It's a sellout, where the visiting team outnumbers the home fans about 3 to 1.
It's illegal procedure on the offense.
That's Buddy Ward, our referee, before this capacity crowd tonight. They're not empty seats, you see. That's orange, orange everywhere. For the Gators as well as the Hurricanes. First and 15, move the ball back to the 7. Highsmith looking for running room, has found some. Breaks 1 tackle. Broke a tackle by Don Tinney and kept on going. And is very close to a first down. It'll be second down and 3 or 4 to go.
And again, I say to the young football players out there, you just have to watch Highsmith and the other runners from both teams, whether John L. Williams, Neil Anderson, Hampton. When they run with the football, their legs never stop moving.
Second down. The second half featured long drives by both teams. Kosar sticking on the ground, isn't he? Handing the ball off, and it's going to be 3rd and short. And you can see Highsmith finally getting up. He was buried under there. They got to get the ball across the 22, and they're spotting the ball just shy of the 20. Make it shy of the 19. So it is 3rd down and 3. Clock running, 9:45 left in the game, 19-13 Miami. They've got the football. Kosar, lots of time. Drills the ball coming across the middle is Stanley Shakespeare. Shakespeare's got the first down out near the 30.
Oh, Jim.
No flags on the play. They'll move the sticks.
There was almost a movement in the backfield, but you got to understand something. Now, Highsmith is going to move, but then he gets back and sets. And Highsmith is going to eventually get open downfield after they waited a long time. He's open running there, but they found Shakespeare. Bernie Kosar and the Miami Hurricanes found Shakespeare coming across the middle, picked up another first down on 3rd down.
Shakespeare's caught 4 balls for 34 yards so far. Had 2 touchdown catches last Monday against Auburn. Kosar still got the football, drills it, and it was almost intercepted. Ed Brown had it, and now there's a flag way downfield around the line of scrimmage, or maybe in the backfield of Miami. They'll bring it back, and let's see what Buddy Ward, the referee, tells us.
I see Alvin Ward picking up his helmet, but they've got holding against Miami.
That's going to move it back. You know, there are all kinds of ifs, ands, and buts in any ball game, but remember, if you will, back in the first half, Florida had a first down at the 3 at a clipping penalty, took them out of a scoring situation as far as touchdowns are concerned, and settled for a field goal. Other than that, we might have a dead even game. And then, of course, they fumbled again on the 1-foot line, and that started this drive for Miami.
Use the hands on the offense. First down.
First down, but make it 15 yards to go and put the ball at the 24.
Jim, I'm watching Florida and their defense, and the corners and safeties are disguising the defenses very well. They're lining up looking like they're going to play man-to-man short up on the outside, and then all of a sudden they'll rotate up and play double coverage.
Kosar stumbles, pitches the ball back to Highsmith. And they say that Kosar's knee was down, so it is 2nd down and about 19 to go. Knee touched the ground before he pitched back to Highsmith, and that ended the play. Jimmy Johnson, likable young man. He was a guard and captain of a team at Arkansas that won the national championship in 1964.
Small guard.
Well, how about Charlie Pell on the other side, who played offensive and defensive tackle for the Bear at Alabama, weighing 180 pounds. He'd been a running back in high school.
That's tough.
Kosar, 20 for 26. Rise number 27 has Willie Smith. That's his 10th catch. Wanting to be 3rd down and better than 10 yards to go. Armstrong, who was hurt, remember, some time ago, came back in to make the tackle of Willie Smith, who has 10 catches as a tight end. One more, and he will set or tie a record at Florida for catching the football at that spot. Third down, better than 10. Kosar, oh, that's not too good a pass. Willie Smith is there, that's way out of bounds. It's 4th down. Florida's going to get the football back. And so, stymied by a penalty, and then by Kosar tripping coming away from the snap and his knee touching the ground. Miami, leading by 6, has been stalled, and Florida, with 7:17 on the clock at the moment, will get the ball back.
See Bernie Kosar walking off. Is that a sign of confidence?
Rick Tootin will kick the ball away, and there is Natil, who made the good catch and then got drilled and fumbled the ball all the way down the 1-yard line. Oh, he dropped the football, but the rush isn't on. Guy's going to run, and he's not going to make the first down. And Florida has its first big break of the night. First down at the 31-yard line. The rush wasn't on. Tootin might have gotten it away, but instead ran.
You're absolutely right, Jim. All he had to do was pick it up and kick it.
And he didn't do it. The rush wasn't on, and Florida's got the big break.
The Honda Big Red is one of the most fully equipped machines you can buy. It's got electric starting, an automatic clutch, a powerful 4-stroke engine that can pull up to 850 pounds. It's even got hydraulic suspension front and rear, and a very handy reverse gear. In fact, the only thing Honda's Big Red doesn't come with is the driver.
John, we're impressed with your deferred compensation.
Your disability income and your pension plans.
However, Northwestern Mutual can tailor better business programs for our executives.
You're going with the quiet company?
We are.
Check, please.
Our customized business plans. Another leadership innovation available only from agents with Northwestern Mutual Life, the quiet company.
They're a tough act to follow.
I know. I know.
If you're waiting for all of today's scores, highlights, and headlines, stay right where you are. The Chevrolet College Football Report is next.
Jim, you're absolutely right. Rick Tootin, now watch, here's the ball. And that ball is there. As he just dropped the football, but watch, he has all the time in the world. He looks around, he doesn't see anyone. All he had to do was kick the football. All right, there is a man. Number 40, Dickens is chasing him, but he had time to still kick the football.
That might have a lot to do with the humidity tonight. The ball just slipped out. That ball gets very slippery very quickly. But the point is, Florida has the football first down at the 31 with their freshman quarterback Kerwin Bell pitching back to John O'Williams, the fullback. And boy, is he drilled right by Cole Brand, number 48, the defensive end. Little or no gain on the play, second down and long. They'll mark the ball right at about the 30-yard line. And we have less than 7 minutes to go.
In defense of the center, Bruce Fleming, who last week centered the ball over the head of the punter, Tootin.
No, that was right on the money.
Yeah, that one was right in his hands. He just dropped the ball in. It is warm.
Second down. Now they mark it at the 29. Second down and 8. And the Teal and Roll both go to the right, and Anderson is on the left side. Kerwin Bell throws, and nobody's going to get that. I want to tell you, pay the price. Little Ricky Natil is 5'9", 179. Paul and I were joking about him because he lines up set just outside Crawford at 283, or Lomas Brown at 277, and you can hardly find him out there.
Well, Calhoun was there, number 2, and he's the one that gets his hand on the ball. Here's the Teal coming across. Look at the adjustment Calhoun makes right there. He makes an adjustment, really not hit that hard, but the ball, that's a long way down, you know.
Calhoun is making a name for himself as a pass defender, a senior out of Titusville, and he's got size, 6'1", 200 pounds, and can move. Kerwin Bell has the time. He has a man down the sidelines, and it is not caught down there by number 88, Duncan Parham, a reserve and freshman tight end. And Bell thought he had the man. But it's no good, and it's 4th down. Now remember, from 46 yards out, Buddy Raymond has got the foot for this. He has already hit tonight on a 45-yarder, and if he hits it, they would be within field goal range. From 46 yards out, no sir, not going to make it. Not going to make it. Miami will take over. Score with 6:09 to go in the game. Miami 19, Florida 13.
Only a few years ago, Dade County was losing the war against crime. County Commissioner Bev Phillips was one of those who stood up for our police and insisted they be given the manpower and equipment they needed. Today, the tide is turning, thanks to public officials like Commissioner Bev Phillips. Today, Dade County is a little safer. You can help keep our law enforcement strong and keep Dade County moving by re-electing County Commissioner Bev Phillips.
Paid by Bev Phillips Campaign Fund.
Now I'm going to coach you on the basic fundamentals. The best way to make the team is through performance.
These CA high-tech radios by BF Goodrich made the Norton Tire team because they're proven performers with a variety of tread patterns for any assignment, no matter how tough the road is. CA high-tech radios really make cars perform. Now remember that, so you'll be ready when the time comes. Hey, they're never too young to learn. Come on, Tiger, let's go play some ball.
Paul and I will be in Boston in a couple of weeks. We'll see Doug Flutie and company. They started out tonight their season 44-24 over Western Carolina. And another big game, Tennessee over tough Washington State, 34-27. Sounds like it's about the kind of ball game we've got here at 19-13 Miami. Harkins with the football. Ozar's going to hand that off to Oliver. His first carry in a long while, and gets across the 30-yard line to about the 32-yard line. Second down, but they're taking time off the clock.
I think Alvin Ward must have lost weight in his head, because that's about the 5th time his helmet's come off. Jim, surprising, we have not seen Vinny Testaverde,
whom we were going to see in the second quarter at least of nearly every game. But Jimmy Johnson said, I want him in there when the flow is going. And remember, it wasn't until the second quarter that Bernie Kosar got his own flow going.
Good point.
From the 32-yard line, second down, 7 to go. Kosar. Oh my. Oh my. Down he goes again, all the way back to the 15. Ray Cleveland. Kosar's had a rough night. He was only sacked 21 times all last year. And last week, he was sacked 4 times. And Florida's been getting to him tonight. Ball is at the 12. Third down and 23. Kosar. He's a lot. Fires, and that's at the shoe tops of Darrell Oliver, incomplete. At 19-13 and approximately 4.5 minutes to go, Florida's going to get the ball back again. Miami, 5 days from beating Auburn. Tough time tonight against a team that's always tough against them, the University of Florida, which has beaten them the last 2 years in a row. And now stepping back to punt the ball away is Rick Tootin. We've not seen Steve Miney tonight, who is a power kicker that kicks the ball for distance. You would think if they wanted a ball kicked for the distance, you would have him back here, but maybe Tootin isn't a much more consistent kicker. Their catch called for by McTeal, and they'll have the ball nearly at midfield. Well, it's right after the freshman quarterback, Colin Bell and company.
Billy Margolis hated to paint. Then he found Easy Roller, the roller that feeds itself automatically. Now Billy paints a room in no time. No messy pans. He just fills the Easy Roller tank once in a while and keeps on rolling. Room after room. It's fast and it's easy.
Hey, Mitch, do you have a room I could paint? Huh?
New Easy Roller. It might make painting fun. Available at Sears.
Come on, one more.
No.
For the championship of the entire civilized world.
I'll pass.
And the Michelob Light.
I'll serve.
Michelob Light for the winners.
Would good friends really play this hard for a beer?
Michelob Light for the winners.
It is Michelob Light, the rich, smooth taste you can compare to any beer you like.
I thought you were tired.
Nope, just thirsty.
Michelob Light.
Florida and Miami, a fine rivalry, heating up even more as the years go on because of the emergence of Miami as an outstanding team. Playing this game at a neutral site here in Tampa, Florida, on a hot, muggy night, but it has been an outstanding football game. And Florida certainly has a chance to win it. First down at their own 48-yard line, 4 minutes, 27 seconds to go. And that's not the way to win it. As jumping offside is Rodney Jones, a sophomore tight end who born and raised and lives in Tampa, Florida. That's not the thing to do before the old home folks, is it? Sat out all last year with a knee injury and surgery.
Let me ask you this. We talked about it at the beginning of the show. Now, with the resignation of Charlie Bell, do you honestly think that it's affected this football team?
First down.
They came to play.
They sure did, which is a tribute to Pell, even though he's leaving, that has his team ready to play instead of absolutely falling apart. Miami went through the same kind of thing, not for the same reason, but Howard Schellenberger didn't quit until May. After taking him to a championship. Here's Bell, and he's got his man across the way. That's McDonald, and he's got a first down as he moves the ball down to about the 40-yard line. Greg Jones, Bruce Fleming made the stop when the Gators were on the move with 4:15 to go. Now I said first down, and now they look as though they're going to measure to see whether or not it is a first down. Certainly with a standing. Nope, now they place the ball and have to measure.
That's first down.
I think so. By that much. Better than the length of the football.
Tired eyes.
A festive night in Tampa for this huge crowd and ESPN's beginning of a long and exciting and looked forward to season of collegiate football. BYU earlier today came from behind, and one of our telecasts to be Pittsburgh, and you're watching this game. It's 19-13 with 4 minutes to go. Florida trying to get ahead. Running with the football is John L. Williams, the fullback, and he picks up 6 yards down to the 35-yard line before Julio Cortez makes the stop.
You know what I like about this Florida team when they're running game? They have been running weak side. They're lining up with 2 tight ends and the wide receiver, the flanker, to the wide side, and they're running back because they're getting the linebackers overshifted. Charlie Bell and his Florida Gators have not changed because it works, and I like that.
Second down. And that is Neil Anderson getting down to about the line of scrimmage. Remember, Lomas Brown is 277 as the quick tackle. Crawford Kerr is 283 as the strong tackle. Billy Henson is 278 as the quick guard. Jeff Zimmerman is 314 as the strong guard. And Phil Bromley is an All-American senior center weighing 250 pounds. Florida is 8 for 14 on third downs. They've got a third down here, 3rd and 4 to go. Bell dumps it out, and unable to hang on to it is Frankie Neal. They want to make sure it is not a lateral. Determine it's a forward pass or a lateral. Now they're saying it's a lateral, and if so, they would take over right there. Not an incomplete. Let's just see. I do believe
that's about as close as you're going to get to a lateral. They're going to go on 4th down, Jim. They
almost have to with 2:44 to go. Almost have to.
Whoa, hold it. That's not an exercise drill. There's defensive signals coming on the top, and the bottom is hold your chins up.
All right, it is 4th down and 4 to go with 2 minutes and 44 seconds to go. Florida trails by 6.
We're going to run that thing back into the inside again.
Erwin Bell, and he's got the first down to Ray McDonald. First down inside the 30.
Jim, they throw this pass to Ray McDonald. This is the pass they've been throwing. They've got Neal looping in the backfield. McDonald comes across. It opens it up. Miami team really has not adjusted to it. The only time that they did is earlier on the drive when Calhoun knocked the ball away.
First down. Field goal won't do it. They need 6 plus the conversion. Ball on the 27. Erwin Bell very cool now. Look at this in the end zone. No, he underthrows, and not only that, Natil had fallen down. Pitched the ball out for the forward pass. It was underthrown, and Natil tried to come back. It was Roll trying to come back. And Natil threw the ball. Now here's Natil throwing the ball, and you'll watch what happens.
Willie Martinez, Natil's in the end zone, or Rolls in the end zone. Martinez said, I should have had the ball. It's a duck. Good here, right in the hands.
second down and 10. Only 2:11 on the clock now. Kerwin Bell and over towards his man who was held up, and they threw a flag. The receiver coming out of the field was held up, and a flag went down. That was Odom, and Kerwin Bell will pick himself up. That should be a first down for Florida. That's what happened. 2:05 left. Good ball game. 19-13 Miami.
And you know right now, when they didn't try the field goal there, they're not going for a field goal here. I just don't believe it. I think Charlie Pell wants to win this football game, and he's got his young team in there, and he's going after it.
Miami has the longest
The defense.
winning streak in the country of 12, but Miami has not beaten Florida in the 2 prior games to this one, and may not win here tonight, but that's still to be decided. Pitch back, and now it's Hampton throwing into the end zone. Ball goes off the back and is up in the air for grabs. Roll again, the receiver down there, but hit a defensive man, Fullington, in the back. Bounced high in the air at second down from the 16-yard line.
Fullington goes up in the air, and he did a great job not hitting the receiver. All right, here comes Hampton. Throws the ball. Watch this. Watch Fullington. At the last second, just knocks his arm up into the air, and that ball is still there. That's Roll. He thinks he has a chance at it. You know who else is downfield? The left tackle, Dallas Cameron, number 64, is the defensive man that's taking a shot at the ball. But here's the defensive back just in the face.
Second down from the 16. And now running with the football is Anderson. And he gets inside the 15. Third down, 1:50 to go, and counting on the clock. 19-13 the score. Well, they had thrills aplenty of the BYU-Pittsburgh game this afternoon. BYU came from behind, and we've got the same kind of thrills tonight. Florida trying to come from behind.
All right, but Charlie Pell is waving his arm. Let's get him in a huddle. Let's get going. I don't want to take a timeout now because I only have 2 left.
Got 2 left in the freshman quarterback who took his first snap of his collegiate career tonight.
I'll run that in pattern again.
Kerwin Bell puts the ball toward the end zone, and it's no good. A bunch of solid orange jerseys around there. In the end zone was John L. Williams, along with Odom.
And again, I said this before, I don't think Charlie's going to go. It's 4th down for a field goal. They're going to take a timeout here, though, and talk it over.
That's what they got to do. There's Kerwin Bell. What a game to get involved in. As a freshman, not expected to start against the defending national champion Miami team, the team with the longest winning streak in the country of the major colleges. And the team that knocked off the team expected to be #1 this year, Auburn, last week. Woody Smith has been outstanding tonight for the University of Miami, and Hampton has been outstanding tonight for Florida. There have been a lot of folks, and remember, Paul and I along the line have to pick our Chevrolet most valuable players for each of the teams. But right now, that's not the question. The question is who's going to win this football game. There's Fleming, the defensive captain and linebacker. Remember, the Chevrolet College Football Report with all the day's scores will come up once this game is over. Florida with 1 timeout remaining, but that's not the question. They've got to get at least 5 yards right now, or Miami's got the football and the game, because it's 4th down and 5 to go from the 12.
Jim, do you rush the 3 men, or do you send some linebackers? And the last play, they blitzed the safety man, Miami did. Now the question is, do you do it again?
This is it for Florida and for Miami.
They're playing strictly pass defense.
Kerwin Bell ran right by a charging man and is going to get inside the 10, down to the 5, first down and goal to go, Florida. Ran right by a blitzing man. And Charlie Pell with the clock saying, let's get it going. Should they move the sticks? They'll start the clock.
Jim, the outside man had blitzed. I didn't get his number. Watch this. He goes right by Kerwin Bell. Here he is, right on the outside. That's number 90, Victor Morris. He's avoiding the blocker. Look at Kerwin Bell. Still, he's going for the first down. He knows he has to try to get at least the first down, hoping for the touchdown.
47 seconds left. First down and goal to go from the 5. Kerwin Bell looking at it. He's got a man. Neal, touchdown! With 41 seconds to go. Kerwin Bell throws his first touchdown pass of his career, and it may have broken the longest winning streak in the nation of Miami. Says it all, doesn't it?
Jim, I'll tell you right now, there was a pick on the outside, and the official did not call it.
We're back, and Raymond has the extra point. That breaks the tie. 41 seconds to go. Bernie Kosar will have time to try to move his team into position. He's got 3 timeouts left for a field goal by Greg Cox, who won the game for them at Auburn. But little time is left.
Jim, I don't know if we could see it on the outside, but there was a pick on the outside, and Fullington, as soon as the ball was caught by Neal here, he rushed to the official. But look at Charlie Pell, his reaction. You think he doesn't love it? Well, come on, Charlie. Okay, now it's all right. Everybody else knew it.
You know what he's doing? He was looking for a flag.
I think so. I'm going to tell you, there was a pick on the outside. That's why you saw Neal so wide open in the corner.
Well, Auburn had its 10-game winning streak broken last week. BYU kept its winning streak going today, coming from behind for Pittsburgh. And Miami has got 41 seconds. They get into scoring position. They do have an outstanding field goal kicker. Greg Cox has already kicked 4 tonight.
He had the chance of tearing up the resignation. Well, Bernie Kosar has got 3 timeouts, 41 seconds.
And don't you think that Kerwin Bell, the man we talked about so much, the run for the first down, the pass for the touchdown, 2 plays made Kerwin Bell a quarterback in the CFA. Remember, we'll have our Chevrolet Most Valuable Players, one from each school, once this tension dies down and once we actually know who the MVPs are, because that still may yet be decided. I'll kick that along the ground. They need a good return. And that is Oliver getting a boom lowered on him by Patrick Miller. Will it be that Florida will have defeated Miami for 3 straight years? The last game Miami lost was to Florida, and then they're 12 straight, and they could lose to Florida again tonight. Florida playing under the shadow of the resignation by their coach Charlie Pell. At the moment, lead by 1 point. 36 seconds left. The ball's at the 27. Kosar has to go downfield. Goes downfield for Willie Smith. Smith stops the clock inside the 40 at the 36 with 28 seconds left. His 10th catch of the night.
Jim, we've been talking about Bernie Kosar all night long, but we do have to mention that offensive line. He has all day. Now there's Ward. He's going to miss his block to the outside. Kosar steps up, and look at this pass right on target to Willie Smith. What's he caught, 11? You think someone ought to cover him after a while, but there's 28 seconds. Cox is 4 for 4 in the field goal department.
Kosar, no rush, got time, has a man. Eddie Brown stops the clock inside the 20. They're in field goal range already.
And they still have 3 timeouts. There's a lot of football to be played. Now, I don't know. Now, what do you do? Bernie Kosar is going to take one of his timeouts now.
Why not? He's got him to Bird. He's only got 22 seconds to go.
Jim, as well as he throws, and I know all they need is a field goal there at the 20-yard line. At that point, it'll be a 37-yard field goal. But I got to believe, because he sees the entire field, he knows what's going on, they may just go for the touchdown.
Willie Smith, with his 11th reception, has tied the all-time Miami record for receptions, and he is a tight end, not a wide receiver, a tight end. And your prediction of 80 catches on the year when he had 4 starting tonight's game may hold up. That makes it 15 for the year.
Well, when you look at a team, when you have Shakespeare and you have Brown on the outside, and you have a tight end like Willie Smith who catches the ball, and Willie Smith, let me just say this, also has not dropped the ball.
He also may be in a great spot to catch the winning score here, if it is to be, because they're sending Shakespeare to one side, Brown to the other. They're doubling both sides, and that has been leaving Willie Smith open.
Florida's going to blitz.
Kozar, they pick up the blitz, gets the ball out to Oliver. He's out of bounds inside the 15, and now they're clearly within Greg Cox's kicking range. What pressure for a freshman. He had 2, including the winner against Auburn, and now he may get the chance to kick the winning field goal, at least attempt it, against Florida.
Well, again, now, I saw the motion from the coach, whether to go straight ahead, get it in the middle of the field, let's go for the field goal. Not sure.
Kozar has to be careful. Can't let this ball be picked up. Oh, he's giving it to Oliver. And Oliver gets it right in front of the goal post with 10 or 12 seconds to go. They stop the clock, and that may bring out Cox. And they throw once from there and then call him, but they can't play it too cozy. Want to take as much pressure off Greg Cox, the freshman out of Fort Lauderdale, who has 4 tonight and had 2 against Auburn, and another one nullified by a roughing penalty.
Well, Bernie is talking. There's Cox. He's nervous. And, you know, most people, they just say, stay away from him, leave him alone, let him think about it. Now, Bernie wants to know, what do you want to go? Straight up the middle with Highsmith and just keep it in the middle, and maybe Alonzo can break it. First downs doesn't mean a thing now. They only one timeout, 12 seconds. Or do you want me to go with one shot into the end zone? If it's there, hit it. If it's not, you throw it away.
You want my opinion?
Up the middle with Highsmith.
You're right.
I think
you're right. I'm not going to put that ball up where somebody might get a hand on it, or you never know, but we will see. In any event, the game is not over yet. Florida hasn't lost it yet. At the moment, they lead by a point. Up, he's going to go in the end zone, and back to the end zone is Eddie Brown. He's got the touchdown. So I wasn't right. Jimmy Johnson and his team were. Eddie Brown with his first touchdown catch of the year. And that ball was right on the money, and Kozar, taking dead aim on the Heisman Trophy balloting, brought his team back. And for the 5th consecutive game, Miami has come from behind in the 4th quarter to go ahead, and they won them all until now.
You know, Jim, when we're talking, I said he's got 2 shots. You throw it high and away. If it's there, you got the touchdown. If not, the ball's out of the end zone. Now, there was nowhere that anyone could have caught the ball other than the receiver, Brown. And it was a great throw, a great catch. And I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. First time in all the years you and I worked together, you picked it, most valuable players. I don't even want to attempt this. It's been unbelievable. There is a flag down, delay a game. They'll take that.
Now let's get back to Bernie Kozar. For those of you thinking Willie Smith with his 11 catches, or the defensive work by McVay or Fleming or whomever, or the running of Oliver, what about Kozar? This is his 3rd consecutive 300-yard game dating back to the Orange Bowl game. 300 plus against Nebraska, against Auburn, and tonight against Florida.
I think you've got to go with Bernie Kozar for this reason. He's the one that really had to throw the ball at Smith. Hit him on the hands, but he took the team 41 seconds. The length of, actually, there were 41 seconds on the clock, so 34 seconds. The length of the field for the touchdown. So you have a decision to make. Willie Smith is excellent. Kosar is excellent. Brown caught the winning touchdown. Cox kicked 4 field goals.
Well, look at Bertie Kosar. Emotion overcomes him. Now remember, he made his debut against Florida last year and threw 3 interceptions, and they lost 28-3. They didn't score till 7 seconds were on the clock. This year, with 7 seconds on the clock, he's put his team ahead for the first time in 3 years, and Miami apparently will extend its winning streak to 13 in a row.
They talk about Youngstown being a tough town. Youngstown Boardman.
He's from Boardman.
We can cry. We're allowed to cry.
And now they kick the extra point by Greg Cox. The pressure was off him, and it's 26-20 with 7 seconds to go, and Kosar is still trying to overcome it.
You've got to understand something, and here's what you want to look at, folks. Look where the ball is thrown. There is no way the defensive backs can get there. It is either out of the end zone or touchdown to Eddie Brown. You cannot throw a better pass than that, my friends. There is a quarterback in pro football that can throw the ball better than this guy. Just threw it right there.
Now we're going to have 7 seconds. A squib kick as a result of this play to Eddie Brown, maybe the best athlete on the squad, hauling it in on the perfect throw from Kosar. And Kerwin Bell is finding out what collegiate football is all about. The good run, the pass for the go-ahead touchdown. And less than 40 seconds later, his team is down by 6 points. And it may be, and it's something for us to consider before we give you our Chevrolet Players of the Week, it may be that 2 quarterbacks wind up as MVPs. Who knows? Charlie Pell has to be very upset.
Yeah, but he also has to be. Here comes the kickoff. We'll talk about it.
Okay. Now Susie picks it up. That clock starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that has 1 second on the clock. 1 second on the clock.
Well, you line up everybody down by the end zone and wait. But Jim, the one thing I've got to say, you got to think about Charlie Pell. You've got to think about even though he's a little upset in his mind about this game because they did not win the game. There's 1 second anything can happen. But he has to be extremely happy. He's got a Kerwin Bell who has never played in a college game. He's in front of 72,000 people. The young man did not panic. He's going with a defensive secondary, Jim, with only 1 experienced man in the entire defensive secondary, and they did a great job, I thought.
Well, this is a good football team. Miami, remember, and Florida's proven that it's a good football team. It has led several times, and now Kerwin Bell puts it up. And the ball is intercepted by Colbert Bain. Bain down the sidelines, and everybody giving up on him because they know the game is over, but he may score, and he does. Everybody gave up because they knew it was too much. And when you see the score in the paper tomorrow, you'll think, well, Miami walloped them. But they got 2 touchdowns in the last 7 seconds. One won the game, and the other iced the game. And it's 32-20, a 69-yard return by Tolbert Bain. Would you believe it, for the young freshman out of Miami?
Oh, Jim, and look at that. I guess it's proper to say that pandemonium just broke out here. But Bain, and you're absolutely right, everybody just stopped. And Bain said, well, why not? And he really wasn't running that hard, Jim, when he got to the 30-yard line. But he looked over there, and he said, the only man there is Kerwin Bell, and I've got 4 blockers, so why not go ahead and take it in?
Well, Eddie Brown caught the winning touchdown. He and Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson, since taking over Howard Schellenberger, is now 2-0. Charlie Pell, who knows when his coaching career at Florida will end, after this game, after the middle of the season, or after the season is over. But they've broken the 2-game streak of Florida. Miami wins 32-20.
Hey, Ken and Sarah! Hey! Hi! My new Chevy S10 is great!
Glad you like it.
And I love the price. $59.90. $59.90 with transistorized ignition. Standard.
4-speed manual transmission.
Of course. Tough double wall construction. And more legroom than any full-size regular cab pickup. For $59.90, it's one tough truck.
Smart guy.
Smart and tough.
That's today's Chevy truck.
Some things look hard, but once you know the secret, they're easy.
It's easy.
Some people think financing a new car is hard, but it isn't. It's easy.
It's as easy as GMAC.
With GMAC, buying or leasing a new GM car or truck is easy. Ask your GM dealer and see how easy it is. Financing a new car may seem hard, but once you know the secret,
it's as easy as
GMAC. It's easy.
Miami wins it 32-20, but remember it was the touchdown catch by Ed Brown that made it 26-20. Then the desperation pass by Kerwin Bell was intercepted and brought back 69 yards to make the final score 32-20. Miami's now 2-0. And our most valuable player for Chevrolet, first of all, from the University of Miami, Bernie Kosar. Why not? He brought him back again through the winning touchdown pass and had 300 yards for the third time in his career. For Miami, $1,000 for Chevrolet. Goes to the school of Bernie Kosar, the sophomore from Boardman, Ohio. Jimmy Johnson and his squad is absolutely thrilled with this win. On the other side, Chevrolet has a player there too. What a job he did, and what pressure was on Kerwin Bell, the freshman out of Mayo High School, and Dave Florida. Remember his run at the end of the game, set up the touchdown. He threw the touchdown pass, and with 41 seconds to go, looked as though Florida was going to win its third in a row over Miami. But that's not right. There are Chevrolet players of the game. Kosar, and here comes again the winning touchdown as thrown by Kosar to Ed Brown.
Well, you look at it, and there's Vernell Brown, number 4, never could get there, and that tells it all.
What a game, what a day it has been for ESPN. First of all, the thriller, BYU and Pittsburgh, and now this thriller, Miami over Florida.
County Commissioner Bev Phillips concentrates her efforts on those areas she calls people services, areas like transportation, police, and firefighting. She knows how hard you work for the